Ladies and gentlemen, good morning.
So shook and grown, disobedience turned their hearts to stone. Rejected, lost in the zone. Now they're paying rent in Hades' bone hole.
Good morning.
No shelter in the night. Underworld gates that eternal fright. Denials echoes.
Maryland, good morning, good morning. And Karma.
Their plight, lightning crack, no way back.
Hey.
On brimstone track, ignorance gotta pay the toll.
Southern Delight, good morning. Peaches.
Boats too full to float. Wails of the foolish on the underworld note.
Hey.
Decree now they don't. Eternal chains, no antidote. Gods convene.
God's convene. You know what time it is.
God's whisper, lost soul scream.
You know what time it is, ladies and gentlemen. Time for the gods to convene. Woo! Shout out to Texas. All right, Coco, good morning. Kenneth, good morning. Ginger, good morning. Devin Nuto, good morning. Blinky, good morning. Ange, keep it clean, Ange. We got an election to win, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. Good morning, Judy. How are you all doing? Happy Friday. It's October 25th, right? Happy Friday. Let's go. You know what we came to do.
Convene, no way back.
Hey, hey. Vote for Harris, yes. Queen, please. Good morning. Misha, good morning. Hey.
Charon's boats too full to float. Wheels of the foolish on the underworld.
That's right. What up, what up? Nisi, good morning. Good morning, Art. All right. Listen, I haven't decided if I'm going to go live during the election night. I really haven't, but you know, anything is possible. All right. Let's get this show started, ladies and gentlemen. It is Friday. Hopefully, we have a nice, smooth show. Good morning, Q-Dog, brother. Nice to see you. You know, we back to do the Lord's work. Good morning, Tara. Hey. Rick C. W. Rick in the chat, please. Thank you, Rick. You know how we start our Fridays. All right, tap the screen. Share the live. All right. I did see Charlemagne. Oh, I saw that. Yeah, that was interesting. I did see Charlemagne. We might have to dive into that as well. Oh my God, Tara! Wow, ladies and gentlemen, W Tara in the chat. You know what we gotta do? I done came so far, and it's early in the morning. I just woke up out my sleep. All right, look at that. All right, you know what we're about to get into, ladies and gentlemen. I know the best way to make it. W Shay in the chat. You know what we do? WN in the chat. And what good is this power if I use it like a fool? You guys are amazing. Don't try to photocopy, you could never top me. Don't try to photocopy, you could never top me. I was born to be a winner, you could never stop me. Good morning. Happy Friday, ladies and gentlemen. How are you all doing? Welcome to the show. Once again, we are back in the Thunderdome. I am your host. I am your pilot, and you know exactly why we are here, all right? But before we get into that, let's take care of some housekeeping items. For those of you who do not know who I am, I go by the name Zeus, or as some like to say, Triple H. And why do they call me Triple H, ladies and gentlemen? Well, it's quite simple. The first H is because I'm honest. I'm the most honest person on social media. The second H is because I'm humble. All right? If I get it wrong, I'll be the first to apologize. And the last and the final H, ladies and gentlemen, is because I am and will always remain the most handsome. Okay? Many of you are familiar with what we do over here on this side of TikTok, on this side of town. What we do is very, very special. Wow, I'm in the A2 league. That's pretty dope. We hold our friends on the right accountable for their dirty, disgusting, filthy deeds as well as their crimes. And believe you me, ladies and gentlemen, isn't it safe to say that our friends on the right, they seem to have hit the jackpot lately when it comes to committing all kinds of crimes against the United States of America? Yeah. And so I got a bit of an ask. Imagine describing yourself as humble. Oh, the friend of the people. If you don't mind, please send Zeus a guest request because you're probably going to be one of the first people I want to check in with. All right. All right. Because I know how to work with squares like you. All right. I know what to do with squares like you. All right. But send me a guest request. We'll take care of you. We'll take care of you. You two bands, I'll take care of you too. All right. And so listen, if you are a Trump supporter, you might want to leave this live because again, it's going to get very uncomfortable between me and some of my amazing friends. There's really nowhere to go. All right. We got you cornered. All right. And so if you don't want us to ruin your morning today, it's Friday, right? Who would want to have their Friday morning ruined? All right. You might want to leave this live and go hang out with those fake TikTok hosts, all right? Because they'll lie to you. But over here, we won't lie to you. We'll tell you the truth. We don't give a dang what you say, right? So if you don't want us to ruin your morning, leave, all right? But you get this. I know you don't believe me, all right? You don't got to take my word for it. How about this? Listen to your leader.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Let the games begin. Well, what I want to start off today's show with is this. I don't give a darn what Kamala Harris says, ladies and gentlemen. There's nothing you Trump supporters can say to Zeus, or actually any of us out here. You can play as many of these clips that you found on the internet somewhere dark on Twitter or wherever you get your information from, on Fox News. You can get it off of Truth Social itself. Nothing you can bring us will ever exceed the threshold. There's a threshold out there, right? Of Donald J. Trump being a fascist. Donald Trump is a fascist. And I think this, well, number one, I know it automatically disqualifies him from being president. So the question really is now is, why are Trump supporters voting for a fascist in the United States of America? If that isn't evidence of treason, I honestly do not know what is. That's why I believe, yeah, we do need to do a mass deportation at the next time, the next president in office, Kamala Harris. We need to do a mass deportation. And who should we be deporting, ladies and gentlemen? We should be deporting MAGA. We definitely need to deport MAGA. And we definitely need to place Donald J. Trump in a extra maximum security prison. All right, because that's the only way we can actually turn the page on this cult and move this country forward. All right, so what I want to do is make sure we understand one thing. There is definitely a double standard when it comes to covering the vice president and this deranged lunatic, Donald J. Trump. All right. There's no exceptions, ladies and gentlemen. So let's listen up to my good friends on Morning Joe, Mika. All right. This is beautiful. This is poetry in motion.
Trump has reached a breaking point, and in it you write in part, quote, somehow it is apparently baked into this campaign that Trump is allowed to talk and act like a complete lunatic, while Harris has to be perfect in every way. I don't know the answer to the chicken.
In other words, like Van Jones said on CNN, Vice President Kamala Harris and Donald Trump, right? Donald Trump can be lawless, but for some strange reason, Kamala Harris has to be flawless. That's unacceptable and it's un-American, all right?
Question whether media coverage is leading public perception or vice versa. But the disparate treatment is glaring. Let's review. First, Harris was criticized for not doing enough interviews, so she did multiple interviews where she was asked questions that held her accountable, I'm adding that, including with non-traditional media. She was criticized for not doing hostile interviews, so she went toe-to-toe with Bret Baier on Fox News. She was criticized as being comfortable only at scripted rallies, so she did unscripted events, such as the town hall on Wednesday. Along the way, she wiped the floor with Trump during their televised debate, the only one they had, because he won't debate again. Trump, meanwhile, stands before his MAGA crowds and spews nonstop lies, ominous threats, impossible promises, and utter gibberish. His rhetoric is dismissed or looked past without first being interrogated.
So Gene, chicken or the egg? I mean, who's to blame here?
This is so right.
You asked the question, but I will say the media 9 years in still don't know how to cover this guy because he says outrageous things every night. The papers just pass by him. I mean, you look the papers. Even after he said, "I'm going to put the National Guard and the military after my Democratic opponents, enemies of the state," in any other time, any other presidential election, that would have been banner headlines. The New York Times, the Washington Post, the Wall Street Journal. None of them had it on the front page.
Do y'all understand? You're actually openly promoting a fascist. Alt-Tima, I invited you up. What's the issue? You made an accusation in the chat and all of a sudden you don't want to come up. This is what I'm talking about. Sit your fascist behind down and continue to listen to this special broadcast. You just might learn something. You're not a patriot. Your voting rights, they should be revoked. If you ask me, if that's what I could do, I would revoke your voting rights. Any of you voting for Donald Trump, because it's sick what you're doing to this country. All right, now where's that knucklehead that wanted to talk to Big Zeus? Oh, he's not in my request box. So I'm assuming when they put comments in the chat that they've learned, they've had enough. They say it's not a good idea to get up here and actually have a serious, honest conversation with Big Zeus because I don't want to get embarrassed. Well, if you don't want to be embarrassed on TikTok, then don't follow Donald Trump in real life, all right? But it didn't stop there, ladies and gentlemen. Someone asked earlier, did we hear from Charlemagne the God on CNN? I want to get this on the record, and then again, I might go to the box real quick, but I got to get this out there. They comment and then run, CC. Yeah, Zeus, the real patriot. Yeah, and don't worry. I'm going to talk directly to these MAGA demons once again, and because I know this is where the real work is being done. Ladies and gentlemen, W is in the chat for Creative Inc. That's my brother. All right, make sure you support him and follow him. All right, great shirts that you can go purchase, especially if you are supporting the vice president. All right. Let's listen to what Charlemagne the God had to say yesterday while talking to Anderson Cooper on CNN. I apologize if you've heard this already, but I know the MAGA demons, they haven't heard it, all right? And so I want to make sure when I engage with them, they understand why I'm saying the things that I say, okay? Because they go over there and they listen to Donald Trump on Truth Social all day, all right?
Them for not wagging their finger.
Yeah, and not only does nobody criticize them for not wagging their finger, nobody ever says, hey, black men, thank you for always showing up for us, you know? So it's like, I don't understand why they're trying to make black men the scapegoat in 2024.
What did you think after interviewing Harris, and what do you think she needs to do in the next 12 days?
I think she needs to continue, saying that message that President Obama was saying just now. Like, I think that you don't have to promise the world to people. People just want to know that they have individuals who are in office who actually care about them, who actually have empathy for them, and who are trying to make their lives, just a little bit better at a time. Because
listen, I gotta say this to my haters, the Zeus haters out there. All you have to do is send me a guest request. All right, just send me a guest request. I promise you. Between me and some of my friends, you'll get the information you're looking for. Just let me do what I do and you stick to doing what you do, all right? But this time you should just zip it in the comments.
President Obama said they're not going to eliminate poverty. They're not going to, destroy systemic racism within a presidential term. I think if she just continues to go out there and just be honest with the American people, I think it'll resonate.
Angela Rye, what do you think has to be done in the next 12 days?
I think that honesty is imperative right now. I think there was a remarkable moment that you actually just showed from last night's town hall with you, Anderson, where you asked Kamala Harris if Donald Trump was a fascist, and she said, yes, yes, I do. There's been more heat from the media on her answer and less attention paid to what his former White House chief of staff said, John Kelly, that he is in fact a fascist. When you look at one-party rule, religious nationalism, ethnic nationalism. That is what Donald Trump is striving for. And if we're honest, that is what the Republican Party writ large has been building toward for a long time. Donald Trump, as Harry Reid once said, is merely the Republican Party's Frankenstein. I remember being on this network, Anderson. I'm sure you don't. You do quite a few interviews, but I was on with you when Donald Trump was...
I remember my interviews with you. You were great.
No, I'm just going to reference one specific. It has been a while, but in 2016, I remember being on air with you and saying that Donald Trump was racist. And there was immediate blowback. How could you say he's racist? What facts do you have? There is a laundry list of facts to support the fact that this man traffics in racism and he is a fascist. And I think the most important thing that we all can do as American citizens, that the media can do, is ensure that we are calling a thing a thing. We know what it is. We see what it is. It is not just the responsibility of the candidates in the race to tell the truth. God forbid one of them ever even touches the truth. But
Hold on.
Right now.
Come on now, hold on.
A little bit. I think that her saying that she thinks that she believes Donald Trump is a fascist got a lot of headlines because it was the first time she said it. She's been going on for days saying Mark Milley said he's a fascist. This person said this. You raised the question of authenticity in your interview with her, and that was an authentic moment where she says, "Yeah, I do think he's a fascist," and I think that's why it had a reaction.
I see some people out there in the chat saying, who cares? Can I ask the audience, please, put a 1 in the chat if you believe that Donald Trump is a fascist, please? Because I see some demons in the live, and it would help them understand. It isn't just Zeus. You see this, MAGA? Thank you, audience. I appreciate you all doing. This is a group effort. MAGA, look at all those 1s in the chat. You're outnumbered. Look at the poll numbers. Y'all love polls in this live, MAGA. Our poll numbers are surging. We all know Donald Trump is fascist. The question is, why do you continue to support him? Thank you, everyone. Thank you. You guys deserve a round of applause. Seriously. You do. But it ain't over. Hold on.
You know, Donald Trump, he, you know, for whatever you think about him, if you like him, if you hate him, he is certainly who he is. He's showing us who he is every single day.
Yeah, which is a fascist. And it's crazy because you still don't have news networks having that conversation. Like when somebody says, when somebody questions Kamala Harris's blackness or is he a DEI hire, y'all will have roundtable discussions about that, asking that question. How come you're not having roundtable discussions asking, is Donald Trump a fascist? Actually not even asking it, stating it. I mean, when you look at the things that he's talking about doing, jailing journalists, jailing his political opponents, turning the military on American citizens. The guy said he wanted to terminate the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election. How come that is not the topic of discussion on networks like CNN every day?
But do you think that, I mean, you were raising this with Kamala Harris about her own authenticity, about her own willingness to just, you know, say things that aren't crafted. Do you think she needs to do more of that? You know, Trump's going to go. Apparently, Trump's going on is going to tape a thing with Joe Rogan. Do you think she should do that?
I think that she should keep calling Donald Trump a fascist. And I think that Americans need to keep looking at the rhetoric of Donald Trump, because I don't know why we're even thinking about electing somebody who's talking about putting people in camps. I don't know why why we want to elect somebody who's talking about mass deportation. I don't know why we're having this conversation about somebody who wants to terminate the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election. Are we supposed to be a patriotic country? Whenever somebody like Colin Kaepernick takes a knee in this country, everybody talks about, oh, that's so unpatriotic. But a guy can say he wants to terminate the Constitution to overthrow the results of an election and nobody cares.
Wow. Thank you, Charlamagne. Thank you, Jennifer. Now, that's the interesting part. I remember the Colin Kaepernick scandal. Oh, y'all came out of the woodworks to say he wasn't being a patriot. But we literally have Mustache Man 2.0 in the United States of America, and you all are turning around and actually voting for this person, sending him your money. You're a bunch of sick and twisted individuals. All right, let's go straight into the box now, and I want to speak to a certified MAGA demon. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you want to come up here and talk to Big Zeus and get some help with this. I call it an evil force. It's an evil force. It's a demonic force, and somehow you've allowed it to take over your soul. All right, and you allow yourself to become a vassal of transgression. All right, I can't listen. Or send me a guest request, please. Send Zeus a guest request. I don't got all day to play this game with you Trump supporters. All right, and trust me, you better choose your words wisely. All right, choose them wisely. Put a 1 in the chat, Trump supporters. Oh, they don't want to talk to Big Zeus right now. They don't want to talk to Big Zeus. All right. This guy right here, you all know this MAGA demon right here. This isn't going to take long. This is a fascist right here. Trash bait. Your internet connection isn't working, trash bait. I guess Trash Bait doesn't want to talk to Big Zeus. Sorry, Trash Bait. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, but guess where he's going? Lake of Fire for him. Hi, Trash Bait. Sorry.
Silence!
He was begging to get in the box. I said, all right, come up in the box. Come up in the box. He said, okay, come on. And then all of a sudden, your internet connection is terrible. Come on. All right, put a 1 in the chat if you want to. Oh, here we go. Here it goes. Certified. What's going on, Garrett? Good morning.
Good morning.
Are you a Trump supporter, bro?
Man, I'm put like this, my brother. I'm neutral. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna be honest with you. I used to work in a coal mine.
Okay, but so let me
I'm
ask you
just gonna
this
be
way.
honest.
Are you voting for Donald Trump?
Yeah, I'm gonna vote for him because I made more money when he was in. I'm gonna be honest with you.
What part of the country are you from?
I'm in Texas.
All right, you're Texas. Now you
Yes.
see how this. Now notice what I just did, right? And I'm trying to point this out to people like you. You don't.
Go ahead.
You're able to very clearly give me answers to questions. Like you know what place you're from. You're from Texas, right? I asked you, are you voting for Trump? You said, yeah. I hope we could continue that pattern when I ask you questions, all right? Without all of the ducking and dodging. Because when I start talking to people, they start ducking and dodging and pivoting and talking about President Biden and Kamala Harris, XYZ. Why are you voting for Trump?
Man, I told you, man, I made more money when Trump was in office. Y'all understand? Everybody talking about Kamala gonna give you this, Kamala gonna
You
give you
mean
that.
Kamala?
Well, it don't make no difference. It don't make Miss Harris. Miss
Okay.
Harris, put it like
Okay,
that.
fair enough.
She can't give you that stuff. And every time when she talking about raising the taxes on these businesses, only thing they gonna do, lay off employees and shut the doors, and they gonna go overseas. Y'all don't understand that. I've been through it.
What is Trump going to do?
Hey, Trump keep a lot of this stuff open. He trying to keep the jobs here.
Give me
That's
an
a lot
example
y'all
of
don't realize.
what policy, like you said, Kamala's policies are going to raise taxes. You make over,
She said it.
You make
You-
over 400,000.
Say that again.
You make over 400,000, I assume.
I was close to it.
That's a yes or a no.
Not now. I don't know.
Okay, so then you probably don't have anything to really worry about. She's actually talking about cutting taxes for people like you. So that's a lie.
For the middle class,
Yeah.
people. So you trying to say she gonna cut the tax for the middle class and middle class
And
people?
she's talking about giving families $6,000 child tax credit first year, right?
That's for your first ever child.
Yeah, but then it goes further. I mean, are you able to go to her website?
Hey, go break. Come on, bring some more to me. Bring some more to me.
No, because if you go to her website, she's talking about helping Americans buy homes and afford rent.
Okay.
She's talking about investing in the small businesses that drive growth, innovation, and jobs. She's talking about investing in America. All right. I mean, opportunities for workers to build a care economy. I mean, strengthen opportunity in communities across America, protect America's ability to retire with dignity. Getting the cost of medication down. I mean, helping to cut down the price of food and
Medication
groceries.
could go up in 2025.
Listen. Okay, she wants to restore expanded child tax credit up to $3,600 to help more than 100 million Americans. That's relief for the middle class, bro. Now, Donald Trump, he has a $4,000 Trump tax, which is tied to him wanting to place tariffs. You heard about those tariffs? I mean, So I just want you to understand you are wrong. I'm so glad we had this conversation, but you're wrong, bro. I mean, if you
Sure.
can read, you can go look this up. I don't have any reason to make that up.
Okay. On the deal, on the deal to help people get houses. Tell me how's that gonna apply to everybody?
Well, you know how that go.
No. Tell me how that's gonna apply to everybody.
It's sad, bro. It's sad, but you want me to really read
It's not.
this to you?
It is not. It's for. Okay. Okay. Watch this. I got a house. I got land. I got property. Now my kids won't even qualify for that.
Right.
Exactly.
How do you know? How do you know?
Huh? Go ahead.
How do
Go
you
ahead.
know?
They won't get it. It's basically for a first time buyer in your.
And how much are you getting? And how much will you get, first time home buyer?
It's for the first time home. It is not for everybody.
No. How much will you get? And the goal is to what? Help you begin generational wealth. And that is something your kids can inherit.
No, my kids won't qualify for it because I got a house.
You would rather listen to me. You would rather not have it than to have it? Garrett? You would rather have it than to not have it?
Said I'm complaining about helping people that ain't. Man,
Garrett,
reading
what's
a
going
comment
on?
somebody said.
Can
You know what I'm saying? Like,
can you get back on the internet? You walking or talking and it's starting to disconnect and I can't hear what you're saying. But here's the deal. Here's the deal, Garrett. Garrett, are you there? Here's the deal, buddy. Are you there, buddy?
I'm here.
Okay, it sounds like you're back on that MAGA demon's doing a number on you.
I'm here.
Can you hear me? Well, I can see you got red bars all of a sudden. What did you just do?
I'm here. I ain't went nowhere.
Oh, okay.
I ain't do nothing.
All right, now Garrett, the reason that I brought you up here, though,
I didn't do nothing.
Okay, the reason that I wanted to actually talk to you, brother, because we can go back and forth about the policies, right? But there's a more pressing issue. There's a more pressing issue, and I want to make sure you and I understand this. Do you think you know who the mustache man is? Adolf, you know who that is?
Go.
You know who that is?
Yes.
Good person or bad person? Good person or bad person?
Bad.
Huh?
Bad.
Okay.
Bad.
And he was a fascist, right?
Yes.
What does it say to you that our generals and people who've worked with Donald Trump are actually equating Donald Trump's behavior and conduct to that guy? Is that a cause for alarm or concern in your world? If not, why not? Because in essence, what you're saying is, if Mustache Man were here in this country today, you would vote for him.
No, see, there's a difference.
That's what you're doing.
That's a difference.
No.
Nope.
Okay, so,
y'all trying to okay. It's just like y'all be saying about Trump and all his taxes. Trump doing everything that they do. He doing the same thing, same stuff that they do, but y'all getting him a hard time for what he does, and they do the same thing.
I'm asking you a question about your values. You can't speak for everyone else, just for yourself. You know what the Mustache Man did?
He did wrong. He did. Yeah, he did wrong. It was foul what he did.
He was evil.
Yeah, he did foul. Yeah, I understand it.
Trump is talking about duplicating what he did. He wants generals like he had. You gonna sit up here and argue over $20 with Zeus over addressing the issue, that the elephant in the room? You know how they did Colin Kaepernick because he took a knee and you heard what Trump said about Colin Kaepernick. He said Colin Kaepernick was unpatriotic, but now you're sitting here as a brother, knowing how Trump disrespected Colin Kaepernick for standing up for brothers. You're gonna go endorse this guy?
Man, that's why.
Do you understand what master manipulation is?
No, I'm wide open. I pay attention to both sides. I ain't just paying attention to one side. I pay attention to both sides.
No.
Like I said, take care of my family. I know what I got to do to take care of my family. I bust my tail to take care of my household. Then I look at everything.
I believe a majority of, I really do believe a majority of Americans bust their tail. You don't need to get credit for stuff you're supposed to be doing, brother. We all supposed to be getting out here working.
And guess what?
We all supposed to be working. But what I can't process, brother, what I can't process is how you are okay with putting a fascist in the White House and not understand how that will have negative impact on you, a lot of negative impact, because all the stuff you're complaining about now is going to be 20 to 100 times worse when
it's worse now.
When you no you've never
so
you want to go back to slavery.
Everything
you want to go back.
Garrett,
you want to go back to slavery. You want to be whipped.
Ain't nobody going back to slavery. This thing about it, everybody they trying to make it seem gonna go back to slavery. It is not gonna go back to slavery.
No, it is. See, that's what I'm trying to wake you up. That's what I'm trying to wake you up so you can see. Because you got eyes, brother, but you can't see. You got ears, but you can't hear. If you do away with the Constitution of the United States, brother, let's just think common sense. Out of all the groups of people in the country, we get rid of the Constitution. Who you think wants to run the country and will try to run it? You think black people are going to somehow come together and take over and run the United States? Do you?
Black folks ain't never came together.
Oh, okay. So let's scratch that off the list. So who gonna run it?
Who gonna run it? You know what I'm saying? The American people supposed to run it.
I'm gonna tell you, white nationalists.
The government is supposed to work for us.
The one that's trying to be the fascist is going to run it. With the white nationalists, right? So imagine this, Garrett. Follow me, brother.
Y'all, that's the problem. Y'all don't give them too much power. They supposed to work for us. Y'all don't give them too much power.
How are we giving them power and we not voting? You voting for them? See, your mind. Your mind doing all kind of tricks on you.
Over the years, y'all don't gave them too much dang power. Like, okay, watch this.
Wait, Garrett, are you kidding? Garrett, are you?
One more thing. Okay,
just following what you're saying. Are you following what you're saying?
But I'm just saying that's just like everybody saying Trump. That's just like saying Trump about the COVID deal. Obama simply told everybody it's gonna be a disease that hit the country.
Obama did.
You damn right. He said that, bro. He said one day there's gonna be a disease that hit the country that's gonna be hard to get rid of.
Obama said that.
You dang right. Hey, you can look that up.
Wait, no.
And what happened? What happened?
He created a pandemic response team in a playbook.
COVID hit. That's what I'm saying, man. That's why I say, man, y'all don't, man. That's why I say you gotta pay attention.
Garrett. Let me educate you. So, do you know in May of 2018, the Trump administration disbanded the White House pandemic response team that Obama put into place because of what you just said? Did you know that?
Say that one more time.
In May of 2018, that thing you brought up that Obama did, Obama put a pandemic response team together because he knew that was coming. That's how well thought out Obama was. Trump got in May of 2018. Well, when he got in, but in May of 2018, he got rid of that team. So he opened the door for chaos. Do you not see this?
I'm listening.
You can go look this up, Garrett. I ain't got no reason to lie to you. Knowledge is supposed to be power. It's supposed to make you reflect on the whatever facts you got. It's supposed to go, oh, okay, now that I got some new information, I got to consider this so I can make the best decision. Why are you struggling to connect the dots that the things Donald Trump is saying and trying to do turn out to harm you? Why can't you see it? That's crazy to me.
I'm listening.
It's okay to admit you're wrong or to say, because one of the things that I brand myself, I say I'm Triple H. The middle H means humble. Uh-huh. Sometimes you have to go, all right, I got it wrong, and move on. The thing that I'm concerned about, especially with brothers, is they only get a little information here and a little there, and in the middle they fill it up with and I call it their MAGA imagination.
All right, can you tell me why Okay, watch this.
But
Tell me. Okay.
no. Let's get back to the main and the central point, because Charlemagne the God has been making a point, and actually MSNBC today with Mika, we have to address this issue. Donald Trump is a fascist, and it isn't just Zeus saying it. When you're in the United States, there's checks and balances, right? What does it look like when his own vice president is saying, I can't endorse him, right? Because of what he did on January 6th. And you know what he did on January 6th. It's evidence that he's a fascist. He tried to rob the American people of their vote, and he was committing crimes in the process. You saw how he lied to us about the pandemic just to try to get reelected. The evidence is right out there. He wants to do away with the Department of Education. He wants to give police immunity to go around and do whatever they want to do. He wants to take us back to 1776 so he can get rid of immigrants. When I say he is trying to take you back and make you a slave, I'm not just throwing that out there, bro. That's real.
Mm-hmm.
And you getting on TikTok and saying, but Kamala this, Kamala that. I'm like,
man, she ain't
you can't give me.
She ain't answer no questions when they ask questions.
Listen.
Bro, she hadn't showed me nothing. She got put in a position. She didn't get voted in that position.
Whatever you thinking, again, I ask you, don't let your MAGA logic, your MAGA mind do the imaginary fill in the gap business. Just listen to me. No matter what issue you have with this woman, nothing.
She didn't
Listen.
She didn't get voted in her position.
Let me ask you a question.
Put her in that position.
I gotta ask it this way.
If we're gonna do it the right way, ain't you supposed to get voted in for your position?
Garrett, let me ask it this way. Is she worse than the mustache man? No matter whatever your issue is,
is she worse than the mustache man?
In your opinion?
Bro, she didn't work. She didn't earn. She didn't get voted in.
No, but honestly,
y'all just giving her. They just giving her position.
But Garrett, you're not answering my question. You see, earlier when I asked you direct questions, where you're from, you could answer them directly. Boom, boom. I want to know where you're from, but it's also a way for me to verify whether or not you have the ability to answer questions directly. So I know you have it. Let's try this again. Has Kamala Harris, based on your understanding of who the mustache man is and who she is, has she done anything to, in your mind, become worse of a person than he is? That's a yes or a no question, bro.
No, not worse than him.
Really?
No, she ain't doing worse than him.
But she didn't answer your question. She didn't
what he did was foul.
Okay, then. So that's what I need you to think when you go in there and you start talking about her versus Trump. Because basically Trump is doing the same thing the mustache man did. She's not going around here threatening journalists. She's not going around here trying to terminate the Constitution. She never led an insurrection against the United States government. She's never been found liable. She's never been. Wait a minute. She's never been found liable for sexual assault. 26 women, now 27, I think. Now she doesn't have all of that going on. She's never been impeached twice.
But bro, she don't answer questions. She hadn't answered no kind of question we really need to hear.
But guess what? You're doing the exact same thing on TikTok. You ain't answering our questions.
I'm doing better than she is.
No, you ain't.
How come? I'm answering some of my questions.
Because you're doing a whole lot of ducking and bro. You're doing.
I'm just saying, brother.
You're doing a whole lot of ducking and dodging up here on TikTok, and we can see it. If I gave you a pair of loafers, you'd be moonwalking the way you're doing what you're doing.
Nah, I'll be standing right there.
No. So let's hold ourselves accountable. Should we put a fascist in the White House? Yes or no?
We don't need neither one. I'll be honest with you.
There you go again. Not answering questions. You know better.
I'm just saying on my opinion. I'm just saying give you my point of view.
What was my question, Garrett?
People made more money.
Garrett, come to earth.
I stay on earth, brother.
What was my question? What was my question though? What did I ask?
Yeah, about the fashion. Go ahead.
I said, should we put a fascist in the White House?
You know what? I'll take him. Because guess what? We need to be ran like a business.
What? Wait. What did you just say?
We need to be ran like a business. I'll take him.
So the answer to the question from your perspective is yes.
We might as well take it. We might as well, because it's already messed up anyway. We might as well take it. Take them back. I'm just gonna say it like that. Might as well.
Let me see, man. Let you turn your camera on, man. Turn the camera on. I gotta see this. I gotta see this, man. Come on, turn that camera on.
I ain't had no haircut. I ain't turned my camera on this morning.
No. Let's see. I gotta see because I know you joking right now.
I'm serious.
Put an address on it. Turn that camera on so we can see.
Serious.
Why don't you just turn it on?
I'm serious. You see my picture on there? That's me.
No.
That's me.
Hold on. This is. I mean, so you just to get it clear, Garrett, you are okay with putting a fascist in the White House.
Man, I'm gonna stay there like this right now. Wait.
You would vote for the mustache man, right?
Right now. Hey,
It's a nasty situation. It's a nasty.
Hey, everything's already messed up. I'll take them. It is. Hey, bro, I'll take them. It's already messed up.
Okay. Well, you know what I gotta do.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna bring my friend Q Dog up real quick. Hopefully he can get through you. This is your last chance, Garrett. Q Dog, good morning.
Good morning, sis. What's going on, bro?
I'm lost for words. We got another brother lost in the sauce.
Bro, let me ask you a question. How many kids?
Go ahead.
How many kids you got?
I got 3.
You got 3. Boys or girls? Boys or girls?
I got a daughter and I got 2. I got a set of twin boys.
You got 2 upcoming young men, right?
Nope.
Okay. Let me ask you an honest question, bro. What's your take back on the Sonya Massey?
Yeah, that situation messed up, my brother.
It was messed up. Okay.
Yeah. It was.
Let me ask you a question. Because a lot of times it doesn't really hit home until it actually happens to the individual. How would you feel if your daughter was Sonya Massey? And before you answer that question, in turn, with no sympathy whatsoever, Trump decided to badmouth you for standing up for your daughter.
You want me to answer that? I'll try to let you finish.
Answer.
I'll try to let you finish.
Answer.
Oh, I'm gonna stand up for my daughter.
Okay, you're gonna stand up for your daughter. So you're an upcoming black brother, black father, right?
Yep.
Okay. What state? You said you living in the state of Texas, which is one of the most racist states in the United States, outside of Georgia and Virginia and South Carolina and North Carolina. This man has said clearly out of his mouth that he's willing to give immunity to police officers no matter what they do. Now, just imagine.
Thank you, Unique.
Just imagine if this was your daughter and you had no help in prosecuting the police officer that pew-pewed your daughter. Close your eyes and take a deep breath and visualize your daughter with her hands up, asking, calling for you, daddy, please, and he pew-pews her right in her face because all she did was ask for her daddy.
I'm listening.
And you find out about this, and immediately after Trump says, "Oh, he's getting immunity." He's already out. Keep in mind, he's already in office. Let's just visualize this. We're not going to bring it forth into the future, but just imagine that he's in office and he's going to give that officer immunity. How would you feel deep inside as a black man? Because right now, we're not even talking about politics. We're not talking about any type of rhetoric or how much money you can make. We're not talking about any of that right now. We're talking about survival as black people. How would you feel as a black father, helpless?
Hey, all I can say, my brother, from down here in Texas, he'll have his coming.
Say that again.
I said in some places like down here in Texas, he'll have his coming.
No. Come on, let's be real, brother. Because I'm talking to you as a single black father with a daughter.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I hear you.
I'm coming to you. I'm not coming to you beating you down like some of these MAGA folks, because some of them is lost causes. it sounds like you here for a reason. And I went to your page, and I saw you have a transport company, right?
Oh,
Yes,
You have a transport. You transport forklifts and stuff like that, right?
oh.
See, my best friend had a transport company on the side, and he wasn't making the money that he wanted to make. And this was while the pandemic was going on, because he had folks stealing gas, using the gas card to give it to their friends or whatnot. He had the same type of trailer that you had, hauling equipment and so forth. And he had a brand new Dodge Ram dually, just like what you got. Same color, matter of fact, a white one.
Oh.
So I know
Inc.
for a fact, by being with him for that time period, he was not making nowhere near even $200,000. So I'm not sure. You got 2 trucks. I don't know. I'll guess maybe 150,000, possibly, maybe, depending on what you're hauling. But I saw forklifts on one of the pages. I saw your property. We got to be real when we come on here, because a lot of times, brother, we get on these social medias and we post stuff that tries to make our lives a lot more glamorous than it actually is. We were in a pandemic 4 years ago.
And he probably joined the trucking business during the pandemic.
You
Nah,
did
that's
a lot.
Hold on.
How long
I
have
didn't
you had the business?
Hold on. Watch
How
this.
long have you
I was
had the
working
business?
in the coal mines. I had to go to work every day. I had to keep the electric on. We had to dig up coal. I went to work every day.
When did you
Okay.
get in the trucking business, though?
How'd you get in
I've
trouble?
been having my own business since what? The end of 21? No, but I started the middle of 21. I got laid off. I got laid off at the end of 21.
Do me a favor. Stop
Laid
right
off at the end of
Now we
21.
getting somewhere.
2021. How many years ago was that? That was 3 years ago, right?
Yeah, I got laid off at the end of 21.
Okay, let me explain something to you.
Wow.
My father passed away March 14th, 2020 from COVID. Okay. A year later, my best friend was laid up with COVID. And almost they told him while he was still coherent, go ahead and call your relatives and loved ones and so forth. And just let them know that we're going to go ahead and end life. Wait a minute, hold on. I can hear you. Hello. And to this day, he's won back 100%, 100%. And he had diabetes. My father had diabetes. So I want to get you to understand on the educational piece, when you're talking about COVID. Obama handed him the playbook. He decided not to deal with it. So 400 million people later could have survived, or most of them could have survived if he just would have. This came out of President Obama's mouth, and to this day, he will always be my president. He said, if Trump would have at least just went by play, because we went over it with that administration.
That's true.
8 years, we studied and planned for this. We knew it was coming. But if he would have just took the time to go by the playbook that we handed to him, he handed him a good economy. At the beginning, he did have it. The Trump supporters in here, you're right about that. He had a good economy, but he didn't do it.
That's right.
He didn't create that good economy. He was handed just like his wealth. And he fumbled the ball.
Do you get this?
400 million people later, including my father, is no longer here.
Do you hear this, Garrett? Now, the trucking industry, it shows, declining rates, all right? This facing many challenges, rising costs, driver shortages, slow retail sales, trucking recession, bankruptcy. These are all so perhaps it's
in the game.
because I remember, I'm not into that industry, but I remember during the pandemic when a lot of people were sheltering in place, Business was booming. But once the economy reopened, right? Thank you, Doc, for the subscriptions, Doc. Once the economy reopened and people started getting back out there, all those people who rushed in, the market's flooded now. Now there's an issue. It's over impacted. So perhaps it's time for you to pivot. All right. Now, I want to know, because we got to move this show forward.
I want to ask him one more question, Zeus.
Go for it.
Brother, are you familiar with Lloyd's of London?
Kind of so, yeah.
Tell me what you know about Lloyd's of London in a quick fashion, because we got to, I don't want to take up too much time.
I was just gonna listen to you, let you break it down.
No, give me your.
I didn't get no PPP money. I seen somebody say I got that.
Well, you come across like you got PPP money.
No,
you get some of that EBB money.
No, dude. I told you I work with coal mine. I work my butt off for everything I got.
I'm just listening, but please, Q Dog, let him educate him on the Lloyd's of London business, because I got you in my eyesight, and
I'm gonna give you a little.
Sue. Thank you, Sue. W Sue in the chat.
I'm gonna give you an educational piece, brother, and I appreciate you listening to me, because I think we can get to him. I really
think
do.
so. You think we could get to Garrett, because Garrett,
he's not like this brother's not like a lot of them that I've had on the live with you, bro.
Okay,
so I think he's listening.
Okay, Garrett. Well, Garrett,
I'm gonna give you first an educational piece. We all know that the Triple Ks started from the soldiers from the W. You got to keep it TikTok friendly.
Yeah.
They started from Tennessee, right? Okay. His father was affiliated with the Triple Ks and was arrested. It's still in the news as of today. Okay. Lloyd's of London is an insurance broker company still to today. And you can pull it up. You don't have to take my word for it. They've even apologized for being affiliated with the situation as of today. But right now, the bridge is burned. It's too late for it. Lloyd's of London insured the first slave ships that came to Americas. When they brought the slaves over to America, they called us cargo.
Yes, I know all that. Yes, sir.
Yeah, they called us cargo, right? And,
Yes.
and they ensured if anything was to happen to the ships or its cargo,
alter ego. Thank you, W alter ego. All right, now listen.
Would get reimbursed.
We got to move it. We got to move it.
Reimbursed funds, right?
Mm-hmm. But here's the deal. Q Dog. I don't know. I got to move it because Zeus got to get up out of here. But let's ask him the question, brother. All right. Based on what Q Dog and I have said, Garrett, Lake of Fire or not for you? Are you voting? Have you voted already?
No, I ain't voted yet. No.
Are you willing to reconsider voting for Donald Trump after listening to myself and Q Dog, who does this work on a regular?
Hey man,
so if you watch Fox News, and I wanted to add to that, Lloyd's of London, Fox, 21st Century Fox News is one of their largest backers, and been for centuries. So who is Fox News #1 platform? Who uses it? It's a domino effect, brother. It ain't. We can't make this up. This is a domino effect of what's happening. And you got to think about it. You got kids, bro.
Mm-hmm.
If not for yourself, for your
what's it gonna be, Garrett?
I'm just saying, man. I can't vote for somebody that's gonna use our tax dollars to help.
That white tea man is not.
I can't do it, bro.
Okay. Well,
I'm just being honest.
I think he'll think about it. He'll think about it. That white tea man is not for us, and I don't believe that this black man is ready to pucker up his lips and kiss this white man.
Ladies and gentlemen, unfortunately, Garrett, that's the Lake of Fire, bro, and you're about to get tossed into it because the truth isn't in you. I think you're a great person, but when you let that MAGA demon, bro, you're not such a great person. Quit being a vassal of transgression. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in tossing Garrett into the Lake of Fire. Let's give him a round of boos and shame. Goodbye, Garrett. We gotta move it on, bro.
I think he's going to
going to think about it. Well, I hope he does
His mind was pondering.
well, I
His
hope he
mind was
thinks
pondering.
about it while he's out there, tossing and turning in that lake of fire. All right. Now listen, Q Dog, brother. As always, I appreciate you. All right. I might have to bring you back up depending on the next demon we run into. All right.
I'm here. I'm here waiting, brother.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give it up to Q Dog once again. No lies detected. Thank you. It's a sad situation. It is the misogyny. I wish that previous guest Garrett would just admit he has a problem with women being in control. That's the problem, Garrett. We all could see through you. We could see through you. You didn't even have to turn your cameras on. I could see through that little picture you had. All right, let's bring up our next panelist, ladies and gentlemen. Doc, good morning. How are you doing, Doc? Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter. You want to talk to Big Zeus. Good morning, Doc.
Good morning. How's
Hi.
everyone?
How are you? Creative Inc. Thank you, W
I'm
Creative Inc.
okay.
Yes.
I'm really appalled at this point that
Okay,
we have
why?
because we have black men out here. You know, they do have mothers, they do have sisters, cousins
That's
that
right.
are women. I'm to the point to say that there is a jealousy piece about women that are in their lives or they've been hurt, because you cannot sit up and tell me
Mm,
that this man who believes in ethnic nationalism can do anything to better their lives. He has not set any policies whatsoever, but
mm,
they constantly at her. They constantly at her, but not at him for all his criminality, for all his chaos,
mm.
for all his isolationist,
Yep.
isolating people. This is a form of, that book that he keeps on the
Mm-hmm.
side of his bed, that mind
I know
you
what you're
know,
talking about.
it's really just really, really bad. This man has said that we have an enemy within.
Thank
Now,
you.
if we go back and look at January 6th, who was he really targeting? He was targeting that black vote because, he believes
Thank
that
you.
black people don't vote. That speaks volume to me.
Uh.
It speaks volume to me when a man sit up and says that, listen, we need to get rid of the Constitution. Look at Project 2025 and how it mirrors Agenda 47.
Mm.
Look at how he sat up and say, oh, he's the father of IVF, but at the same time has placed these Christian nationalists up on the Supreme Court that has snatched women's rights, push it back down to the states where he know
Mm.
they are really all red in
Listen up.
their congressional districts.
Garrett, are you
Okay?
listening?
So
Garrett.
you cannot sit up and tell me that you have this person that you are willing to say, I'm going to give him power over me. He's talking about police having complete immunity. Go back, look at his rallies, how he said, oh, yeah, I would just like to punch them in the face. And one of his supporters punched a black man at one of his rallies on the way out of his rallies
Oh, you think
because
it's a
he
lie?
disagreed with him.
Yeah, they think it's a lie
It's
though. Wow.
oh no, it's not a lie. It's proven. See, he told them to, hey, don't believe your eyes, don't believe your ears, just believe me. I'm your savior. I can save you.
What a sad.
The
This is
cult
sad.
mentality is really, really bad. And when he lose, MAGA along with Blagger, is going to have a complete mental health breakdown.
Yeah.
We are going to have some resources out here to help them because it's going to get bad.
Thank
They
you.
are not stable people. They are not, they don't critically think, because you cannot sit up and tell me
Tell them, Doc.
that with all that has happened, that you can sit up and vote for a felon, a rapist,
Fascist. Right?
okay? I mean, it's just really ridiculous. You have his White House chief of staff telling you that he's a fascist at heart,
Thank you.
and you don't believe a 5-star general. Come on, folks.
That's
Come on.
crazy. They don't even believe the generals. This is why
You know,
we got to
something.
continue. This is why we got to keep doing
Go
this
ahead.
work, Doc. This is why. All right. Now, listen, I got to bring up a next guest. All right.
All righty.
I'm going to need you to stay out there and keep up the good work. Thank you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Doc a round of applause. W. Sue in the chat once again. Thank you, Sue. All right, ladies. All right, Doc. I might have to bring you back up.
Drop
All right,
me down, baby.
all right, I got you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead. Oh my goodness, the TikTok gods it's glitching with Zeus again. Hold on. I don't know.
If you can't, I could drop down.
Yeah, you might have to, because I got you. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give Doc a round of applause. Sometimes TikTok glitches out on and you end up, dealing with this crazy app. All right, we'll do it like this. Hold on. All right, let's see. Oh my goodness. Well, I don't want to do that. All right, the app is glitching for Zeus. All right, hold on a quick second. Hold on. Yeah, sometimes the glitch out of hand over here. The glitching gets out of hand. All right. All right, there we go. Oh yeah, there we go. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's go to the box. All right. Let me ask a quick question. Put a 1 in the chat real quick. If you are a Trump supporter, you want to talk to Big Zeus, because this is the issue. Put a 1 in the chat if you want to talk to Big Zeus right now and get some help. All right, dealing with your little situation you found yourselves in. All right, all right. Okay, all right. Let's go, ladies and gentlemen. Who do we got? I see you, B Toy Bay. Come on up here. I see you put a 1 in the chat. Come on up here. Don't act like you're all nervous now. Don't get nervous. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you want to have an honest conversation about your daddy. W Sue in the chat. Uh-oh. Thank you. Greetings. Oh my goodness. Yeah, there's an echo, B. I'm gonna have to drop you. All right, I think that send another guest request. I don't know. Yeah, it's Blagger. It's a lot of Blagger lately. I don't know what the issue is, but we gonna help them out, right, ladies and gentlemen? All right, Q-Dog. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. You want to come up here and defend your daddy. All right, please. Zeus would like to help you get out of the cult. Please, ladies and gentlemen, put a 1 in the chat. We don't got all morning to do this. You dropped him because he's a brother? No. That's not what I do. We got a show to do, and if they can't answer these questions fast enough, we got to move on. That's all. There's no issue. Let's see. Who do we have? Greg, you keep putting a 1 in the chat. Come on up here, Greg. You wanted to say something to Big Zeus? What do you got?
Well, you finally convinced me who to vote for.
Oh, I remember this voice. Who did I convince you to vote for?
Well, and you're gonna get mad because I'm being honest. So you keep playing on your show Trump talking about if you don't like it, you can leave. So you're keeping him kind of in my mind. So the more I think about it, I I gotta vote for him.
Oh, okay. Well, you know what I got to do then, because what's clear is you don't get it. All right. So what I'm going to do, Greg, is send you back where you came from, the Lake of Fire. Ladies and gentlemen, join me in sending Greg to the Lake of Fire. All right, by giving him a huge round of booze and shake. Bye, Greg.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Your assessment of the circumstances at hand is truly unique. Let's talk about it. Translation?
You done lost your damn mind. When you get your damn mind, you call me.
You know, Greg, the issue with that is I'm pretty sure you cooked up that idea to get in the box and say that. And you said, oh, I'm going to get Zeus. This is going to be so good. And it probably took you 10 hours to think of that, Greg. That's what's so funny to me about that. Because I'll be honest with you, that wasn't that clever. It was remedial, as some would like to say. All right. I know it. He thought about that all day and he got up here and embarrassed himself. Wild. All right, let's try this again. Greetings. Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can. What we call you? B, Taj, Way? What is your, how you pronounce?
Let's call me Taj.
Taj. All right, welcome to the show. What part of the country are you from?
I'm from America. I'm not from the U.S. I'm from America.
What state?
I'm a New Jersey.
Okay. All right, so you're capable. All right. And are you voting for Donald Trump?
I
Huh?
am.
Okay.
I am.
Why?
I can say
because it hurts me. Honestly, it hurts me to hear brothers like you get up here and say I'm voting for a fascist. I'm voting for a racist. I'm like, what the heck has Kamala Harris done to you?
Okay. Well, I could say I'm a victim of police brutality. I've been to prison a few times. Let me see. I believe Trump wasn't racist until he started going. So he said that he was going Republican. Everybody used to love him. Everybody that was quote unquote black.
So let's start with what was your first reason again?
I know what Biden is for, and I know what Harris is for, and that's for the quote unquote black man to be behind bars. Every black man has a mother, right?
So your argument is Donald Trump wasn't racist until he ran to be president?
I'm saying we wasn't hearing none of this racist stuff until he said he's going Republican.
Did you have a problem with Barack Obama?
I didn't until I was a victim of police brutality. I was a little
So you didn't have a problem with Obama until he became president. See how that works? You didn't know who Obama was, but it's all of a sudden he became president, you had a problem with him. Ain't it funny how you can have a problem with another brother, but for some reason you have no problem turning it into a white supremacist fascist? Don't you understand your mind has been compromised?
No. I remember when Trayvon Martin got killed. And right after that, a whole bunch of, it been happening, but it seemed like under Obama, it started ramping up more. And I'm a victim of that.
No, you're not. You're not a victim.
I was shot in my back by the police. I am a victim.
No, you're a survivor, bro. You got to get rid of this victim mindset that Donald Trump keeps encouraging his cult members to be in, because now you believe that you're a victim and only Donald Trump can save you. Are you familiar with the 1973 Justice Department thing that happened where Donald Trump was sued because he was denying renting out to black people? You familiar with that?
I'm not. Enlighten me, please.
Let's see. Under the Richard Nixon administration, they sued the Trump Management Corp for violating the Fair Housing Act. Federal officials found evidence that Trump had refused to rent to black tenants and lied to black applicants about whether apartments were available, among other accusations. What about in the 80s? Kip Brown, a former employee at Trump's castle, accused another one of Trump's businesses of discrimination. When Donald and Ivana came into the casino, the bosses would order all black people off the floor. It was in the 80s.
I think that's another thing with our people. You know, because I think that we
What
call
about
ourselves
Central
a
Park
threat.
5? That was in
We're not black.
89. That was
We're
in
not black
89.
people,
But that was
and
in
I think that's
89.
something
But
that's
so
wrong
so
with us.
Taj, I'm bringing up Central Park 5. That was in 89. 1991, in a book by John O'Donnell, former president of Trump Plaza Hotel and Casino in Atlantic City, quoted Trump's criticism of black accountants. Quote, black guys counting my money? I hate it. The only kind of people I want counting my money are short guys that wear yarmulkes every day. I think that guy is lazy, and it's probably not his fault because laziness is a trait in blacks. It really
Right.
is.
Who is
I
black?
believe that.
If you look at my
It's not
picture,
that. It's not
you would
anything they
probably say that I'm a
control.
black man.
Wait a
But I'm
minute.
telling
Wait a
you that
minute.
I am not a black man. I have a nationality.
Wait a second.
You don't have a nationality, that mean that you're dead.
No,
So
no,
if you
no, no,
call
no, no.
yourself black, you
No, no,
already
no.
dead in the laws of the
Taj. I bring these up. I didn't ask you what you are. As far as I'm concerned, you're a MAGA demon. So I don't know where you want to put that at in your little catalog, but put it
But
there.
you heard what
My
Malcolm
issue,
X said also.
you not
You
don't
heard,
quote
you heard
Malcolm
what
X
Malcolm X
around
said
Zeus.
also.
Don't
Man,
do not
for
quote
60
Malcolm
years
X
you've been
around.
putting a
Listen,
vote
Taj.
behind Democrats.
Don't quote
And
Malcolm
Democrats
X
done
around
nothing for
me.
quote unquote black people.
Listen,
They put you last
Taj,
always. They
you are
continue to put you last. And I let you talk for 5 minutes. I ain't gonna let me speak. And you brought me
I
up.
wasn't done. You just interrupted me. Don't
Right.
quote Malcolm X to Zeus while you're voting for a racist.
Why can't I? Why can't I? He
Because
told
you
you.
don't know who Malcolm X is, and it don't make sense. How about that? Now, the reason I bring all of this stuff up, bro, is because you said Trump wasn't racist until he ran for president, or what, something along those lines. I'm giving you evidence that guess what? Donald Trump has a history of him being an active racist. So
What about
please
Biden?
go back to the drawing board and
What did
try
Biden do?
again.
Biden had power in the 1994 crime bill. What did he do to our fathers? Not
If you
just
knew anything about that
he didn't
94
remove
crime
the black
bill, if
boys,
you knew anything about
the
that
black,
crime bill,
the
you would
quote
know
unquote black
Biden's
daughters didn't have a
contributions to
father
it.
neither.
Listen, if you knew anything about that
Our
94
sisters
crime
didn't have
bill,
no fathers in the 90s neither. And that's right after the crack era.
Taj,
Kamala did the same
Taj,
thing in San Francisco.
Taj, you see what's going on here, right? You showed me you know how to be very direct when asked questions. I asked you where you're from, you said Jersey. All right? I asked you who you're voting for, you said Trump. Now I got you where I get every single one of you.
You
Ducking
never
and
let me speak.
dodging,
You spoke the
ducking and
whole time and you requested me to come up.
can you admit that Donald Trump has a history of being racist? That's all I'm asking. Because that's what got me going down this path with you. I gave you information that proves this guy has been racist all his life. And now that you know he's been racist, to quote Malcolm X, who was against being racist, is bizarre. That you can't take. It just shows me that there's something not connecting upstairs with you.
No.
And you're
I heard what
unfit.
Malcolm
You're
X said, and I
unfit.
heard what Malcolm X said that he would do to our own people. You calling yourself black, you're an idiot. You're not black. I'm not black. You're not black neither.
But do you
We're just talking
understand
about
why?
the black vote, and it's going to continue to happen because we're uneducated.
No. When you don't put "we" on it, because
No, it is
you
a we.
are
Everybody that says
uneducated.
black, I'm not a crayon.
You can only speak for yourself, sir.
What you mean? I'm looking at
You're
you.
uneducated. You're uneducated.
You're calling yourself black, right? What is that tied to? What is black tied to? What land is it tied to?
Sir, again,
Again,
you're not
it's
that
not tied to no
intelligent.
land. So that means
You're so here's the
Trump's
deal.
gonna continue calling being quote unquote racist to black people. You'll call me racist too. If I'm treating them quote unquote black people like that, you're gonna call me racist also because they're idiots and they don't know how to.
No. See, it's all this self-hate that you got up here
It's not self-hate.
and start letting out.
All
I've done is showed you.
indoctrinated in
Listen,
their system.
Taj. The reason you're upset now is because all I've done is showed you who your daddy was.
Cool.
And you don't like that.
Cool.
Trump,
Cool.
the guy you're supporting, the guy you're endorsing, the guy that you're gonna, if he wants to
You see
give
what
him
the Board
whatever
of
he wants.
Education is teaching our children, right? All this gay shit came up under
Wait a second,
Obama.
don't profanity, don't do any
All
of that.
All this LGBT stuff came up under Obama, and they used him to do it.
No.
Yeah, and you see what they're teaching our children. Yes.
You've gone down the path a lot of people of color continue to go down. I would imagine you believe in
I
people
call
having
myself an
rights.
American.
I would
I ain't not
imagine you
black.
believe in this country people have rights, correct?
Of course we have rights.
Do you think it should be limited to a specific group or all groups?
I don't think it should be limited at all. That's what our
Okay,
forefathers
okay,
did.
okay. So when you get up here and you start saying things like that, it shows
Saying things
me
like
there's
what?
your little comment about people who are in the LGBTQ plus community.
I'm
You don't
saying
need
they
to. You don't need
okay,
to.
like
You
they
don't need.
okayed it for
You
for
listen,
my
listen,
children to
listen,
read books
listen.
about Arthur and another
Okay,
man
how
in
about
the
this?
third grade.
What
How come they're
laws?
not teaching our
What
children about the Bill of
policies?
Rights? You just
Let
asked
me
me
ask you
about rights,
this:
right?
What
But I have
policies?
children, right?
No,
They're
no,
not
no. Can
teaching
I
our
ask?
children about
Jesus
rights.
Christ.
They don't know about rights. They don't know about the Bill of Rights. But they know about
Taj,
men and men,
Taj,
and women
Taj,
and women.
Taj. I'm
Hmm?
trying to earth the Taj. What policies have you written to advance legislation to ensure people you think need to have rights have rights? What policies have you written?
So again, legislation is not for the people.
So you
Did you
can't
know that?
answer no questions, all right? So this is what we're going to do, Taj. I really do think
All
your
right,
heart
bring
might be in the
all right.
right place.
But
I
you can
really
make
think
your
your
color
heart
out
might
though also.
Jesus Christ. I think
Your
your heart
color
might be in the right place,
you're
Taj.
copper color American, copper color,
But
not black.
unfortunately, you just
Not
can't get
black.
through to some people. Ladies and gentlemen, Taj is checked out. As soon as I showed him who his daddy was, Taj just went on an incoherent rant, rambling a bunch of nonsense. Taj, do better, bro. You're not that intelligent. Stop projecting. Ladies and gentlemen, let's throw Taj into the lake of fire. Let's give him a round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
I can't even pinpoint exactly what the issue is right now, especially with these black folks getting in my box and endorsing a racist. Our ancestors would be turning in their graves. All right. I mean, what a disgrace. What a disgrace. Just because you listen to one Malcolm X video on YouTube doesn't mean you an activist. Stop it. I asked you, what laws, what legislation have you been a part of crafting? How are you engaging your local, your state, your federal government, sir, to advance the cause? Because just sitting down watching YouTube videos isn't working. Do the real work and get up off your rusty dust. It's sad. I see some people out there getting triggered by the way that I'm running my show. Well, maybe you didn't hear my message at the top.
If you're not happy here, then you can leave. As far as I'm concerned, if you hate our country, if you're not happy here, you can leave. If you're not happy in the U.S., if you're complaining all the time, very simply, you can leave. You can leave right now. Come back if you want. Don't come back. It's okay too. But if you're not happy, you can leave.
Yeah. Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter and you want to come up here and defend your daddy, all right? I mean, it's not making sense, but I do want to let President Barack Obama speak for himself to those so-called brothers who thought they were doing better under Trump's administration. Let's listen to what President Obama said yesterday. This is very critical.
Yeah, it was good because it was my economy.
It was Obama's economy, number one. But you don't give him no credit.
I had spent 8 years cleaning up the mess that the Republicans had left me. And then I handed over 75 straight months of job growth to Donald Trump. And all he did was give tax cuts to folks who didn't need it, drove up the deficit in the process, and now he wants to do it again. You can't give him credit for that. And then I hear, the other thing I hear, some folks will be like, well, Donald Trump sent me a check during the pandemic. No, y'all know, because I've heard this. I know y'all, some of you heard that. Hey, let me make sure y'all understand this. Joe Biden sent you a check during the pandemic. Just like I gave people relief during the Great Recession. The thing is, we didn't put our name on it because it wasn't about feeding our egos. It wasn't about advancing our politics. It was about helping people. That's the difference.
That's the difference.
Be giving them credit for that.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, President Obama. But I know some of you simple-minded individuals out there, that went right over your head, what Obama just said. Keep believing the lies. Put a 1 in the chat, please. If you're a Trump supporter, you want to have an honest conversation about our country, all right? I want to really understand, why are you voting for a fascist? I'm not going to let go of that issue. Why are you voting for a fascist? So we are listening to Obama lie as usual. Okay, come on up here. Come on. Oh, wait a second. Brittany, are you MAGA, Brittany? I'm sorry. I don't know if you're a Trump supporter. All right. Put a 1 in the chat. If you're not a Trump supporter, just decline. All right. You don't got to come up here. All right. Brittany, are you a Trump supporter? Okay. Thank you. Let's see. Who do we have next? Come on up here if you're a Trump supporter. We don't got all morning. All right, MAGA. I mean, seriously, don't just sit in the comment section and lie. Be prepared. As my good friend Ange likes to say, come to class prepared. I'm listening. Harmless one. Why don't you can go look it up, please. You can go look up the definition of fascist. I won't be offended if you do. Cowboy Hundley, I can't send you an invite. I'm so sorry. But I would definitely, I wanted to hear what you had to say. All right, seriously. All right, it's Harley's. Come on up here. It's Harley's dad. Come on up here. All right, I'm inviting a couple of these MAGA demons. All right, and again, I know there's people on our side that want to come up. Don't worry, I got you.
Yes.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, buddy. I'm great.
Are you a Trump supporter?
Yes, I am.
Did you vote for him in 2016?
No.
2020?
No.
Why not?
At that particular time, I was under delusion that to follow Obama's footsteps.
But in 2020, Obama wasn't here. Oh,
No,
hold
no,
on.
no. I'm saying the reason why I vote for Biden.
Kyra, come on back, Kyra. Send a guest request. I only can do one demon at a time right now. All right. So you didn't vote. So in 2020, it was Biden versus Trump, and you were mad at Obama.
No. I went with Biden's vote because of Obama.
So you voted for Biden because of Obama?
Yes.
Okay. And so what has happened since 2020 that has caused you to go down this dark and dangerous path?
Biden, from Biden, Ukraine scandals, from when it started, when they said that he was accepting money from Ukraine, how he jumped on Ukraine with the war, giving them hundreds of billions of dollars, from the news showing when they was evacuating Ukraine, how the Ukraine soldiers stopped Africans using the N-words, calling them niggers. I don't know.
Hey, buddy, come on now.
Say that live? I don't know. Okay, my
Jesus
bad.
Christ, disqualified. Ladies and gentlemen, that previous guest was clearly, I don't even know where he got that misinformation. It seems like it came right out of the Kremlin. Sir, I've heard enough of what you said. You, sir, need help. BetterHelp.com, that kind of help, because you're listening to things that aren't true. No, somebody needs to tell you, sir. Number one, the stuff you're repeating isn't true. Number two, have some etiquette on TikTok. Understand the community guidelines. We don't need you trying to ruin a great thing. And I'm going to send you to the lake of fire because I do hope it purges the MAGA demon out of you. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give that previous guest a round of booze and shame. I'm not even going to warm it up. It's already hot. Thank you, everyone.
Silence.
Listen.
You MAGA demon.
We have to keep the show clean. I don't like the profanity. I don't like the slurs and all of that because, again, it takes away from the message. So that's what this is about. Keep all of that. You do all of that. Well, you shouldn't do it to begin with, but don't do it over here. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you are a Trump supporter. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you want to come up here and defend your daddy. I had another guest just a few moments ago, but where did they go? In the meantime, okay. Who do we have next? Nutty, you've been begging me and demanding to get in the box. All right, Nutty, come on, Nutty. What do you got? Nutty. No. I don't kick them off. I give them a chance to get it right. And if they don't get it right, I send them to the lake of fire. I don't kick anyone off. Good morning, Nutty.
Hey, good morning. So, to all the Sambos, I mean, Uncle Ruckuses, I mean, to the ignorant mofos that have gotten up into this box today, I say to you all, eat a cucumber. Eat a really big, fat cucumber. From what I understand, cucumbers, they're delicious, right? They're heart healthy. And sprinkle a little salt on there and just eat a big, fat cucumber.
Boom.
TikTok, this is for educational purposes only. Your discretion is advised. So, I am so sick of yo cousins.
That ain't my cousins. They don't put that on Zeus. They are not my cousins. Nope.
These Uncle Ruckuses who can't even vote in the first doggone place, getting up in this box talking about how Trump is their daddy and how bad they want to give that man fellatio. I am so sick and tired of being sick and tired. Y'all are the dumbest people alive. You keep talking about Joe Biden. And as much as I want to defend Joe Biden, I'm not going to because he's not running.
That part.
Joe Biden is irrelevant in this election because he's not running. Every time somebody brings up something about Donald Trump and his racism, y'all say, well, what about Joe Biden? Well, what about Joe Biden?
They box and they shadow in the dark, it looks like, right? I mean, they don't see how this looks to people who are sensible and reasonable, Nutty. And this is sad.
So enough with Joe Biden. Because one thing's for sure, two things for certain. Joe Biden is going down in the history books as one of the most effective presidents in American history. In fact, I believe, and Shay can fact check me on this, I believe he was ranked number 14 as best presidents in the United States, even though I believe it should be higher. I believe he should be over their daddy, Lincoln.
Yep.
Because people think Lincoln's so great because what? He freed the slaves. Lincoln didn't want to sign the Emancipation Proclamation. He did so under duress because the South did not want to adhere to the Northern rule. That's the only reason why he did it. So he hit him in the pocket where it hurts.
Nurses for Harris, thank you for the subscription.
I'm going to need y'all to learn American history. Because American history, it is dark. The people that you celebrate aren't the people for you. You're celebrating Donald Trump, and for what? Oh, he gave me the stimmy. He gave me the stimmy. Do you know how ignorant you sound? How long did that stimmy last you? All of 2 days because you went out and bought some Jordans.
Wow.
How long did that stimmy last you?
That's a gut punch, Nutty. Because I know those brothers, those three brothers that came up here, I know exactly what they did with that $1,200. They ain't never seen that kind of money, Nutty. They ain't seen that money. They was rich forever. They was gods with that stimmy.
Then you know what? Then they need to go out and get a job.
Oh,
it's that simple. Because if you go out and get a job, you will see that type of money, and you will see.
You haven't heard job stands for just over broke, Nutty. Job stands for just over broke.
On a consistent basis, not just a check that comes once in a lifetime. But you will see it on a consistent basis. So and that one Garrett, Uncle Tom.
And thank you.
Garrett. So you know that Garrett. The one that said, oh, I made close to 400. The devil is a lie, dude.
You don't think he was pulling it in like that?
No, you know what? He may be making good money, but pulling it in like that, no. Because pulling it in like that, people don't get on TikTok and say, yeah, I'm making this type of money.
Garrett is the type of person that wants to advertise that to try to lure people into his world. You know, he's looking for a relationship. I know that trick, Garrett. How much you? I'm close to around that. Yeah, I know that trick, Garrett. Knock it off.
Any
Oh,
brother.
he said he's still here. He said he's still here, Nutty.
Good, Garrett. I want you to hear what I'm saying, my guy, because any brother who's making that type of money, they're not getting up in TikTok disclosing that, oh yeah, I'm making this type of money. So yeah, they're flashy. People who are making money aren't flashy. People who ain't got jack cockeye, they ain't making the money. They wish they were making the money. So yes, Garrett, you are poser. Every single one of you MAGA, black MAGAs that get up in this box, y'all are posers. And of all the people that have gotten in this box, I doubt even two of you could vote.
You don't think they can vote.
And for the simple fact that this last MAGA demon told you that you ain't black, I just love it when they tell us what we're not.
Thank you, Deb, for the subscription.
I love it when they tell us what we're not.
They don't know. They don't
Because
know, Nutty.
Obama was correct. 75 months of job creation in a row. It got transferred over to Donald Trump when he became president of the United States. All the man had to do was put forth just a smidgen of effort to keep that going. And what did he do? Let's talk facts. The facts are, in his first few years in the White House, the first year, I think he took, 346 days?
Go for it.
Playing golf? Playing golf. But yet, that's what you want back in the White House. His fascist remarks is not enough to be disqualifying to you. The devil is a lie. I'm out of here. But next time, let me in the box with these MAGA demons, because I want to, listen, I got some pent up frustrations, and I need to fight.
All right.
I need to fight.
All right.
Because no longer am I talking to the white folks who are voting for Donald Trump.
He wants to fight.
Insignificant to me.
Garrett, where you at, Garrett? I want to see something. Garrett, where you at, Garrett? Nutty said he want to fight right now. Come on up here, Garrett. Where's Garrett at, real quick, ladies and gentlemen? I can give you guys a good 5 minutes to duke it out. Garrett, there you go. There he is right there. There that brother is. There that demon is right there, Mr. Truckin'. Come on up here. Nutty wants to...
Yo.
Garrett.
Yep.
My guy.
Go ahead.
What's good? What's good? Number one, sir, I want to hear what Donald Trump is doing for you in order for you to give this man, a racist piece of crap, your vote. Please tell me.
Man, I can tell you just like this. Like I told the guy a while ago. Man, I made more money. People made more money with the Trump.
When you say you made more money, Garrett, when you say you made more money, can you please tell me the policy that Donald Trump put in place for you to make more money?
And my taxes are different.
I'm looking it up, Garrett. I'm looking it up.
Say that again, Garrett.
My taxes and everything were different.
I'm looking at. Wait, hold on. I'm looking up. My taxes and everything were different policy.
So Garrett, you do realize that we are still living under the Trump tax cuts, that he gave the 1% a permanent tax cut, and we're still living under the tax cut that he gave the middle class that's going to expire next year. You do realize we're still living under the same Trump tax cuts. So with that being said, Garrett, if you made more money under Trump, we're still living under the same tax cuts. So what has changed, Garrett?
I can't tell.
And Garrett, just to clear the air, I looked up my taxes and everything were different policy. Nothing came up. Please continue, Nutty.
Go ahead,
Go ahead.
So Garrett, again, we're living under the same structure, the tax structure. What has changed? So you're blaming Biden Harris for something that they had nothing to do with. The fact that you made more money.
I'm just saying on my taxes why. But one thing I like to say, I ain't got. How can I say this?
But you're gonna stop this whole. You're gonna stop this whole.
I'm trying to say something. I'm trying to say it right without people getting in their feelings.
No, we're adults. Just don't.
Garrett,
I don't want my tax dollars paying for no transgender. If they paying for it themselves, listen. No. I'm just saying if they paying for it themselves, I'm fine. That's fine. They paying for it, that's fine. I'm just fine. And I'm just saying like this. I don't want my daughter, if she was still in school, be playing sports with males.
Gary, guess
Like I'm just saying. That's just how I feel. I ain't got no problem with what they do or how they do
Gary,
it. I just
Gary,
go
hold
ahead.
on. Gary, hold on.
Yes, sir.
You and I can agree on something.
Yes, sir.
You want to hear what that is?
Go ahead.
I don't want my tax dollars paying for bigots,
Okay.
racists, homophobics, misogynists, but yet my tax dollars are, because it's still taking care of people like you.
Taking care of people like who?
You.
How?
Because what you just said was very homophobic.
No, I said I don't care how they do. I just said I don't want my tax dollars to be having to pay for stuff like that.
Tell me where in your tax dollar structure is paying for someone to be a transgender.
Man, did you not hear what Miss Harris said?
Well, I'm glad you came with some respect on her name, because I was about to eat you alive.
That's what I'm saying. I'm just saying I don't
Wait a
want.
second,
I don't
Garrett. Listen to this, all right? A campaign ad released by former President Trump in battleground states slams Vice President Harris for supporting taxpayer-funded transgender surgeries for prisoners and migrants, right? But the Trump administration's record on providing services for transgender people in the sprawling federal prison system, which houses thousands of undocumented immigrants awaiting trial or deportation, is more nuanced than the 30-second ad. Trump appointees at the Bureau of Prisons, a division of the Justice Department, provided an array of gender-affirming treatments, including hormone therapy, for a small group of inmates who required it during Mr. Trump's 4 years in office. I just wanted you to know that.
But didn't that happen up on Obama?
I just wanted you to know that. I just wanted you to know.
I'm just saying.
Please continue to educate this brother.
Garrett, what he's saying, it happens under every administration, because guess what, Garrett? Whether you agree with it or not, everybody has a right to be seen.
Yeah.
And the fact is, Garrett, we should know that more than anybody on this soil. The fact that when people say, I don't see color, they're telling you to their face, they don't see you as a person. And when we turn around as black folk and do the same thing to someone that just because they're transgendered or anything else, what's the difference between someone saying they don't see us, Garrett? You don't have to agree with it. You don't have to agree with it. But here's the thing, Garrett. You teach your children what you want them to know at home.
Thank you.
You give them a foundation at home, because when I send my daughter out in the school system, guess what? She has a foundation that's not going to be broken, because I've taught her at home and I continue to teach her at home.
Well, man,
he's in Texas, Valerie.
My child.
I'm just saying, man. Hey, we can teach our kids all kinds of stuff at home.
Do you teach your kids hate?
No. It's one thing about me, my brother. I don't teach my kids hate.
It sounds like you do when you say things like, "I don't want my tax money."
Hold on. Don't put me.
But you understand.
But I'm just telling you, I grew up without hate. I'm not gonna teach my kids.
Okay,
hate.
how about this, Garrett? We're a democracy. Put yes if you think Garrett teaches his children hate. Put yes in the chat. Garrett, this is healing.
Don't put me in that situation, my brother. I'm trying to tell you, I do not teach my kids hate.
Garrett.
Hold on, I want you to hear that.
Go ahead. Now you put me in a situation now about to make me.
Garrett, you're spiraling. You're spiraling.
No, I'm just saying, I do not teach my kids hate.
Okay, you're spiraling.
Look at the chat, Garrett.
Garrett, this is what we're trying to say. When you get on TikTok and you say the things that you say just like that, you say, I'm not teaching my children, but you are teaching your children, because if you can get on TikTok and say, I don't want my tax dollars doing this, that, and the other, what are you saying subconsciously in the home that you're telling my kid
what's right? If I'm telling my kid what's right and what's wrong, that's what I tell them.
Okay, so teach them that.
That is not hate. That is not hate.
Garrett, how are you determining what's right and what's wrong?
That is not right. No, hey, like I said,
how are you making that?
Hold on. Listen, whatever they do, that's their business. But we know right from right and wrong from wrong.
No, we don't.
Growing up in life, I'm growing up. I'm just saying,
Garrett.
I'm just being honest as a man. I'm being honest as a man.
Hey, Zeus. This is where I want to go. This is where I want to go with this. This is where I want to go. Garrett, now that you've been educated on the fact that this happens under every administration.
But I'm just saying, this is how I feel about it. Like I told you earlier.
Garrett, let me finish my statement, sir. are you still going to vote for Donald Trump? Because guess why? Your taxpayer dollars are still going to transgender.
That's why I always say y'all understand. Okay, I'm gonna hit you with this. I'm gonna hit you with this one. Like I
No,
always
no, no,
say,
no. I need you to answer my
everybody
question,
need
Garrett.
term. Everybody need a
Garrett,
term
I
limit.
need,
I don't care who it is in
Garrett,
the office.
I need.
You know.
He
Go
had
ahead.
his time. He had his time, and it was horrible, Garrett. He had his time. So why not give this beautiful black queen her time? This beautiful black queen that is the most qualified person ever in the history of the United States of America to run for this office. She has served in every branch of government that there is. She has proven herself. Why not give her the time?
Hey, that sorry sucker said I'm undercover. Man, I'm married. I got kids. I'm straight. Hey, I'm just saying, guys, no, boy, y'all
No,
don't.
Garrett.
You're not
Hey,
paying
I'm
attention
just
to what I'm
saying, man.
saying,
Hey,
Garrett.
I ain't got no problem with the people. The reason I say that, hold on, watch this. I'm tell you, the reason I say that, because my sister that way. Listen, because my sister that way, I got people in my family that way. But guess what? I don't treat them different. But I just don't want money.
Garrett,
Go ahead.
I've moved on from that topic. I said a whole paragraph of things, and you just simply did not hear anything I said.
Thank you, Garrett.
I said, why not give that beautiful black queen that's sitting behind Zeus right now? Why not give her her time? She's the most qualified person to ever run for this office. Why not give her that time? Could it be because you're a misogynistic piece of bleepity bleep?
Keep it
Could
clean.
it be?
Your mom's listening. Thank you.
That's
Nutty.
where you're wrong, because I was raised by my mama. I ain't got no woman being over me.
Since you was raised by your mama, and so was I.
I'm just saying, I ain't got no woman being over me. I was raised by my mama, me and my two brothers. So guess what? Don't put me
your
in
mama
those
was
situations.
over you, Derek.
Huh?
Your mama was over you.
You dang right. And guess what? I didn't have no problem. Guess what? Guess who raised me and my two brothers?
But you have a problem with it now.
I don't. I'm just saying, just some of the stuff that she trying to promise, just like Trump, some of the stuff he trying to promise, I don't agree. I don't believe that stuff either. I don't believe.
No, Garrett. I'm not letting you off the hook. I am not letting you off the hook. If you keep saying that you was raised by your mama and you ain't got no problem with it, but she says certain things that you don't agree with, there's never going to be one candidate
Because she did not.
that's going to push everything that you agree with.
She did not get voted in by the people.
She did,
they
sir.
Gave her.
81 million people voted for her when we voted for her to be vice president under Joe Biden. We voted for her.
When was
and when
that?
Joe
When was
Biden
that?
stepped down.
Hold on. When was that?
No. You hold on. You hold on.
When was
because
that?
now
was
you're
that?
in my
Hold on.
wheelhouse.
When was that?
You were
That
in
was
my
back in the
wheelhouse.
last
Because
president.
guess what?
Come on now.
Garrett,
let's finish the discussion, gentlemen. Let's finish the discussion. Hold on, Nutty. Hold on, gentlemen. Hold on. Now listen.
I'm chomping.
I'm trying. I need this conversation. Listen, I'll give you about a good 5 more minutes. It needs to be a nice, clean discussion. All right, back and forth. All right, now let's go. Garrett. No, Garrett. The issue that I have with you, honestly, is if I ask the chat to confirm something and you get that feedback, it's not up to be debated. That means you got to go back to your tool shed and do the work. Your comments are letting people know the type of person you are, and I need you to really be mindful of that when you answer these questions. All right, Nutty, I'm so sorry. Please continue.
So, Garrett, since you said she did not get voted in, let me show you where she got voted in.
She did not get elected to run for presidency. My bad. Let me say that right.
So you don't get elected to run for president. You don't get elected to run for president. The Democratic National Convention, sir, I'm gonna explain it. The Democratic National Convention, we have rules and regulations on which how we choose our candidate for president. Okay. Listen, when Joe Biden stepped down, that meant we did not have a candidate for president of the United States because typically we go with the incumbent, someone who's already in office. But because we didn't have the convention yet, Joe Biden wasn't even the candidate at that point. He was the presumptive nominee. So, as a delegate for the state of Missouri, you're speaking to a delegate. I actually cast my vote for Kamala Harris to be the Democratic presidential nominee for these United States of America. So when you say she didn't get voted in, the devil is a lie. He was a lie yesterday, he's a lie tomorrow, and he will be a liar for eternity, my guy. I need for you to understand how the system works. She was voted for. And other Democrats had the opportunity to run against her, and they did not do it. So we voted her in as our nominee.
Thank you. So let's stop spreading that lie, Garrett. Thank you. That's the best answer you've given us today, honestly.
I am listening, brother. I'm just listening.
Thank you. Thank you. All right, fair enough.
If you're listening, I need for it to sink in. Because, Garrett, I think you're ignorant to the facts. Now, ignorant is not being belittling. Ignorant is just a lack of knowledge. I think you're ignorant to the facts, sir. I need you to learn the facts, because our vote matters. Who we vote for matters. And to vote for someone who wouldn't even spit on you if you were on fire, Garrett, it is abhorrent.
It'll be the same thing here.
It is not. Because, listen, you don't have to agree with everything that the vice president is proposing. That's fine. But the fact is that we have one candidate who is speaking on behalf of the American people, talking about how she wants to help everyday Americans. And then you have another candidate talking about eating cats and dogs. You have another candidate talking about how he wants to be a dictator on day one, how he wants to suspend the Constitution of the United States of America, how his own general,
Oh, Nutty! You know where Nutty was going with that, Garrett. Don't play games.
How his own chief of staff has come out and said that he is a fascist. But yet that's not a deal breaker for you. The man has been found liable for SA. What if that person that he SA'd was your daughter, Garrett?
Think. You got to think, Garrett.
What if it was your daughter? I believe in my whole heart that you are a good father. I
do
absolutely
too.
believe it.
You right about that.
I know he stand on business when it comes to protecting his family.
I absolutely believe it.
You right about that.
Listen, I don't vote for me. I vote for my daughters.
Now that's deep.
And when we have a candidate that have put 3 people on the Supreme Court to take away their autonomy, that should be a deal breaker for every dad on this planet. In this country, I mean. That should be a deal breaker. The fact that your daughter has less rights than her own freaking mother.
That's wild.
We're supposed to progress.
And if you defending your daughters the way you say you do, you really only have one choice. Now that that just came up right now listening to you. If you really are about defending your daughters, you only got one choice, bro. It's tough.
Garrett, this conversation took a completely different turn, because when I said I was ready for the fight and I wanted to fight you, listen, my fighting has now become more empathetic, because it seems like you are listening. And I hope it sinks in, because I do not believe that you are a bad person at all. No. I do believe that you are a daddy that does stand on business, that wants to protect his family. And I applaud that. I applaud that. Now protect your family by your vote. And voting for Donald Trump is not protecting your family. It's putting your family at risk, my guy.
Thank you.
I don't say I protect mine.
Okay then. Okay.
I protect mine.
All right, bro.
I appreciate you listening. I'm gonna get back to work now. Garrett, I hope to see you again. And I hope that next time I see you, we can have a better conversation, because you've said, you know what? I've listened, I've done my research, and I've made the change. Y'all have a blessed day.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give Nutty and Garrett a round of applause. That's what we do here, ladies and gentlemen. All right, that's what we do here. We drill, baby. Nope, never mind. No. All right, let's go back to the box, ladies and gentlemen. That's what this show is about, though. What we want, powerful black woman. Thank you for the subscriptions. This is what we want. This is what we need. This is a great live. Well, I try to keep the live exciting and engaging and entertaining. All righty then. Listen, Renee, welcome. You've been so patient with me for the past few days. I know you've been waiting to talk to Zeus. How are you doing?
I'm well, thank you. Thank you. Listen, there's so many things that we can agree to disagree on, but there's one thing that people are not paying attention to. And as someone who has a 21-year-old daughter who's autistic, who graduated high school, Listen, Trump wants to take this Department of Education away. And if you have a child, and I know that there are Republicans and Democrats, this is one thing we can have in common. You love someone or you have someone in your family that has a disability, him closing the Department of Education is going to directly affect those people. My daughter was only able to complete high school because of the IDEA Act. Because the school, many times the school tried to take services away from her. And I fought them and I only won because they knew they had to legally abide by the laws for my daughter, what she's entitled to.
What's it called, the act?
It's called the IDEA Act.
Got it.
It's the Individuals with Disabilities Education Act.
See?
And it has laws in it that protect our kids so that they can be in classrooms with other kids that are neurotypical, so that they can have testing time that's longer, so that they can have breaks during the day for sensory needs. It protects them so that they get an opportunity to graduate with their peers. Before the IDEA Act, kids like my daughter were not allowed in school. And this is what can happen if that Department of Education is gone. There's no oversight anymore. We all need to be caring about that because that's a whole segment of population that he wants to basically say doesn't matter. And we all need to care because I don't care who, I mean, there are Trump voters out there listening right now. And
they are.
You have that in your family or you know someone that you love someone with that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's powerful. And again, I like that you're showing and helping people understand what will happen under a Trump administration when he puts into place things that are being mentioned in Project 2025. It will have a direct impact on you. You know, a lot of people, especially MAGA, they think the problem, whatever Trump's talking about, they don't think it'll impact them. And so, yes, a lot of us do have people in our family that would be impacted by this.
We have to care. What he wants is he wants us to hate each other so much that we're tuning everything else out. And like Garrett was just on here, and Garrett, you know, he's trying to understand. He loves his family. He's a family man. He doesn't know the whole story, so he's voting with his wallet. I wish that all of us could be so blessed to have just the wallet to worry about. But as a woman and as a mother of a child with a disability, I have to think of things other than my wallet. And so please take a minute and think of your fellow American. They're not just voting with their wallet, maybe. Something else could be affecting them. So listen to what the man is saying because he is telling you who he is. And once you vote him in, he can take it all back and say, I don't care what you all think. I'm not going nowhere. He has immunity now. And then what? You can't take that vote back.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
And one more thing.
Go for it. Go for it, Renee.
Let's think about this for a second. People are raising the bar for Kamala and they are lowering it to the ground for him. It is not fair. And if people aren't seeing that, they're blind. This woman is qualified. She has love and integrity. She may not be perfect. She may make mistakes, but this woman has love in her heart for the American people and this nation and our democracy. And he does not have that. So
no lies detected, Renee. Listen, I had to give you a follow for that. All right. Listen, I appreciate you coming here, and please come on and continue to come back and help
every day
share the truth. Ladies and gentlemen, let's W's in the chat for Renee. Let's give her a round of applause. Show her some love. This, ladies and gentlemen, this is what the United States of America that I remember looks and feels like. People coming up here showing love for one another, all right, in their country, all right? But then you got this other situation that we're dealing with, MAGA, all right? Like I said, thank you, Renee. Yeah. We're going to keep the door to the floor, all right? You gave her a follow as well. Thank you. All right, good morning, Shay. How are you?
Good morning.
Welcome.
Renee, thank you so much for all of that. I'm a mother of a child on the autism spectrum, and I'm also an educator. Renee was on point.
Thank you.
That was excellent. If we cancel the Department of Education, so many programs that are there to help children, unless you have money to afford private education, then maybe you don't have to worry about it. But even then, there's only specific private schools that will take my child with his learning differences, with his neurodivergencies, with his sensory disorders. He's highly brilliant, but he has to be in small environments. He can have like a tag on the back of his shirt that's irritating the heck out of him where he can't focus. He has to have educators around him that understand and work with him when he's going through some hard times.
Yeah.
And get him to work and give him extended time. Luckily, he can learn and he's highly intelligent. I'm very blessed in that way for his spectrum because it's a spectrum, right?
Yeah.
So his issues are not going to be the same as anybody else's issues. And we luckily, thanks to God, can afford. But Houston is blessed with all kinds of neurodivergent schools. But not everybody lives in an area where there is a specific school that you can afford. Because let me tell you, I had my neurotypical child in a private school, and they weren't able to accommodate him in some ways. See, private schools don't have to accommodate. So be real careful about what you think you know about education, because I guarantee you don't. There are private academies that you're paying all this money that don't have to do any specific thing for your kid. So that is what public school is about. They have these programs and these laws in place to help your kid. You've already paid for it through your taxpayer money. So it's not necessarily quote unquote free, but at least it's available. And is it easy? No, it's not. So that's the thing. When they sit there, what they're doing is they're pushing to get rid of the Department of Education. The reason they want that is because it is federally mandated not to put religious materials in schools. Okay? That's called the First Amendment, right? Freedom of religion. So the federal government will step in on that. If you get rid of all of that, they will put all kinds of stuff in your schools that you have no vote to do. That has been the huge push for the last 50 years, actually probably the last 100 years. You know, the Pledge of Allegiance came out in the 1950s? Under God on Your Money came out in the 1940s.
Oh.
The somebody can put it in, but I think it's the NIV Bible was the first time they put the word homosexuality in the Bible. That's never existed before. So there has been a push over the last 100 years to absolutely push this country into Christian nationalism. That is an absolute fact.
Wow.
And even as a Christian, I don't want that stuff because it's, for me, I'm going to teach my kids to believe how they're going to believe. It belongs in the schools. It belongs in your churches. But I'm not going to push it upon anybody else, and maybe agnostic, Jewish, Muslim, or Pentecostal, for goodness sakes.
Thank you.
Catholic or Baptist. It doesn't matter. Everybody believes in a different way, no matter what. Even if you're under the umbrella of Christianity, we don't all agree. Do you agree with the Mormons? Do you believe with Jehovah's Witnesses?
Nope, we don't all agree.
All of them?
Nope.
You don't. So be real clear what this push is and wake up. That is the thing that we all have to see what's going on with the alt-right Christian movement.
Thank God.
And it's scary as heck. So anyway, I wasn't going to talk about that, but thank you, Renee. You're absolutely brilliant in all of that. And what she said is so true. And so when he says we're going to get rid of the Department of Education, good luck educating your children.
Thank you.
Good luck.
All right.
That's a hard route. All right, guys. Love you guys. We got Beyonce and Kamala in the house tonight. Thank you, Clear Eyes, for calling Allred, because we're going to get rid of Ted Cruz in Texas. So we're excited.
I agree. We need to do that, and we are here to make it all happen. We are, ladies and gentlemen, here participating in the destruction of MAGA. All right, that's what this show really is all about. Okay, so yeah, thank you, Shay, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give the beautiful Shay another round of applause. That MAGA stuff, we'll take care of that. We'll take care of that. All right, ladies and gentlemen. All right. Put a 1 in the chat, please, if you are a deranged Trump supporter, all right, and you want to come up here and defend your daddy. You've heard a lot of beautiful voices, all right, a lot of great conversations, and that's what this is about, all right? It's not just what I do, but it's about what we do, all right? And I don't know about you, but all the people that come up and talk, I'm like, they clearly, listen, what is this? Who is this right here? If I can't listen to this, Mal Epic, I can't invite you. Send a guest request. Maybe that'll help out. Let's do it that way. Martha, come on up here, Martha. Come on up here, Martha. You've heard a lot of the things that were said, Martha. I sent you a guest request. Put a 1 in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you want to come up here and defend your daddy. Hello, Devin Nuto. I see you. All right. Thank you. All right. All right, I'm looking for a nice certified MAGA demon to come up here and defend their daddy. I'm not a trumpet, but I love. Oh, okay. Well, I thought you were a Trump supporter. I thought you were a Trump supporter. All right, Rick Honeycutt, 80845. Come on up here and defend your daddy. You've heard what a lot of people have said so far, and you can see we push back on the lies and the misinformation. All right. I don't have the request. Martha, I did send you a request. See, there you go again. See, saying you don't have the request, Martha. I took it back. Now let me send it again, Martha. It just popped up on your screen. Go ahead and click, what is it? Connect or accept. All right. Rick, you could come up here too, Rick. Devin, Devin in the chat. Wow. J Rock, yes. You see the amount of knowledge that you receive from the Democratic Party? You learn stuff. I agree. They come into this live and they pretend like they're not learning just so they can go around and have something to hate on. All right. And it's not working. I really do believe that the vast majority, W Rick in the chat, I really do believe that the vast majority of Americans want to do the right thing, all right? And that's why I don't believe Donald Trump has a chance at winning, all right? But we got to keep our foot on the gas. Put a 1 in the chat, please. We don't got all day to do this, ladies and gentlemen. Put a 1 in the chat, all right? 382, please. You're obsessed with Zeus. Knock it off. You agree, TikTok rocker? All right, yeah, a vast majority of people in this country, I think at the end of the day, when you sit them down and say, now what do you want to do? You want to go to jail or you want to continue to enjoy your freedom? They'll go, oh, I'll take freedom over jail any day. And I think that's what's going to dictate what happens this election, all right? A lot of people know Donald Trump is a fascist. His supporters, they know he's a fascist, all right? And you can't run from it. And when they go in there and they vote, now there's going to be some deranged individuals out there that are just going to do it to try to stick it to the Democrats. But they're the minority in this case. All right, let's see who do we got next, ladies and gentlemen. All right, who do we got next? Let's see. Virginia, you are a Trump supporter? Hopefully, Virginia, are you there? We don't got all. I need merch that says we don't got all day. Look, Virginia, it's taking a minute to connect. Virginia, I guess there's maybe I took too long. All right, let's see. Who else do we have next? All right, let's see. This guy, he's been asking me to get in the box for at least 2 weeks, Your Majesty. Tiny Tank Top Tim Tom. Why?
What's going on? How's the cult of the kingdom doing?
I didn't ask you to turn.
How did the cult of the kingdom do today?
Did I ask you to turn on your camera?
I don't care.
Oh.
But you didn't answer my question. How's the cult doing today? Okay. How's your cult doing?
So you don't care.
How's your cult doing?
What cult?
You're the cult of the kingdom. You're their cult leader.
People are okay. Tiny Tank Top Tim Tom. People are asking if you could turn that camera off because
no, I'm good. Thanks.
You look offensive.
Oh, I don't care. If you're offended, then you're choosing to be offended. So.
Oh, okay. Well, guess what? What's that?
So I do have an honest question for you, though, Zeus.
What is it? Because the lake is warming up.
Why is it that you allow a self-admitting white hater, Q-Dog, up into the live? Why do you allow Moo, who says that all fascists, and he believes Trump supporters are fascists, why do you let him get on your live and say that they need to be unalived?
And on that, right there, that's a certified MAGA demon on his way straight to hell. Tiny Tank Top Tim Tom, I have no clue what the heck you're talking about, but it sounds like you're triggered. Ladies and gentlemen, let's throw Tiny Tank Top Tim Tom into the lake of fire. I don't know what he's talking about. Let me get an extra one in. Silence! I don't know what you're talking about. Nobody knows what Tiny Tank Top Tim Tom is talking about. These people come up here and they always pretend like they have an issue. But you know what? Guess who's here?
Oh, what's going on, Bruce?
You asked for him. Moo, welcome.
What's up, man? Yeah, I'm glad you dumped that fascist, you know what I mean? But I just need 3 minutes and then I'll drop, okay?
Do your business.
All right. We, the people, need to reaffirm our commitment to the principles of democracy, freedom, and equality. And in a world where the shadows of fascism still linger, it is our duty to stand united against any force that seeks to undermine those values. Fascism thrives on division, fear, and hatred. It seeks to silence dissent, oppress minorities, and concentrate power in the hands of the few. But history has shown us that when people come together, when we stand as one, we can overcome even the darkest of times. We must remember the lessons of the past. The horrors of fascist regimes have left indelible scars on humanity. Millions suffered and perished under the yoke of tyranny. Yet from these ashes, we have learned that our strength lies in our diversity, our compassion, and our unwavering belief in justice. Knowledge is our most powerful weapon. We must continue to educate ourselves and future generations about the dangers of fascism and the importance of democratic values. Speak out against fascism. Silence in the face of injustice is complicity. We must raise our voices against hate speech, discrimination, and any form of oppression. In unity, there is strength. We must support those who are marginalized and stand in solidarity with those who are targeted by fascist ideologies. We must actively participate in our democratic processes, ensuring that our government remain accountable and transparent. By embracing diversity and fostering inclusivity, we create a society where everyone feels valued and respected. I stand with you all today against fascism, and I hope you will all stand with me.
Thank you, Moo. Thank you, Moo. Those are very, very wise words. All right. Thank you for sharing that with all of us, Angel. Thank you. Now, Moo, why did you bring that to us in the kingdom? What was the motivation behind that? Please share out, because I don't think some people here understand what's happening in this country.
What you have right now is the same type of rhetoric that was used against my people in Germany. I can see this man using the YT community and their privilege against other minority groups. I can see him turning the black community against each other, questioning each other's blackness and authenticity. I can see him turning the Latino community against each other by using their immigration status as "you're not American as me, you're not the same as me." He is using Nazi rhetoric against you and McCarthy tactics that he learned from Roy Cohn and by studying Adolf Hitler. And that's what's happening to your communities right now. You have to be aware and stand against fascism.
Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you, Moo. Let's give Moo another round of applause, right? That brought tears to your eyes? Wow. But it's true. All right. Moo, once again, thank you, brother, for coming up here.
You have a good weekend. Everybody in the chat, I love y'all.
All right. Show him some love, and let's give him another round of applause for that incredible speech. Do you Trump supporters understand the harm you've caused this country? Do you understand why you really should stop right now in your tracks and repent? You need to seek forgiveness. You're not going to, you Trump supporters who call yourselves Christians, you're not going to heaven. You're going straight to hell. I mean, it's unfortunate, but actually it's fortunate, because guess what? There has to be some sort of consequence for this kind of behavior. All right, let's move it along, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, look at the time. Let's look at the time. Who do we got next? All righty then. Who do we got next? Oh my goodness, so many beautiful people to choose from. Really, so many beautiful people. Let's go to Keisha.
Hey Zeus.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I just came up to say one thing. From now on, when people ask you why do you think Trump is a racist, you don't have to go back that far. You can go to 2024, a couple of weeks ago, when he was on the Fox 6 panel. You had Samuel Jackson and Django sitting on the end of that couch.
Yeah.
And Donald Trump was talking about getting rid of the Department of Education.
Yeah.
And the other guy from Fox 6 said, well, what if a state or school decided to start teaching that the country was built on the backs of slaves, and Donald Trump said they would not get funded. That's racism. When you want to erase what black people did to help build this country, you're a racist. So just start saying
Karma
that.
heard you. Thank you.
So in
Tell
2024, he admitted that he is a racist.
But you know what? The reason that I went back though to Keisha,
Yeah,
because they said
I know why you did, but people always say, "Well, y'all keep going back there." Well, we got some in 2024.
But what do you
that
think
prove
when they
he's
say
a racist.
what do you say when they say you didn't have a problem with Trump being racist until he ran for president. Prior to that, y'all didn't have no problems with him. What do you say to these brothers and sisters out here?
Zeus, that's a person that didn't know Trump back in the day. That's a person that don't know Trump now. That's a person that don't even need to vote. Half of these black men that are coming in the box, I wish they could not vote. Because they're voting in ignorance. And I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it.
Wow.
I really am, Zeus. I'm very sick of it. If I keep hearing about what that woman did in California to black men, I'm going to take my own butt off and kick it. Because at the end of the day, that lets me know you didn't go research. You just keep repeating somebody told you.
That part.
It's embarrassing the way these men are acting because they do not think that a woman should be in power over them. That's the bottom line, Zeus.
Yep, that's what it is.
They can't name you one policy. And let me say this, Zeus.
Go ahead and get them.
Whether the schools teach about transgenderism and all of that, your kids got to grow up with these people. So you would rather them be educated on what's going on with them versus them being ignorant and just thinking whatever they want to think. You cannot, it's not a disease that you catch. It's not like the flu. It's not like the cold. Just because your children are educated on transgenderism and things like that doesn't mean they're gonna catch it.
That part.
You got people that came from a straight home that's gay. You got people that came from a home of two of the same sex parents that did not go that route. It's nothing that you're gonna catch because you know about it, or you talk to people that are like that. It's not a disease you catch, and we gotta stop mistreat. You don't mistreat nobody. The Bible said, "For God so loved the world." It didn't say He loved certain people. It said He loved the world. He hated all of our sins. None of our sins are shorter than the other. All of us have sinned and fallen short of the glory. So even if we tell a lie, it's equivalent to every sin that we do. So stop acting like these people are just the worst people in the world. God loves everybody.
Amen. And that's the lesson.
That's what gets on my nerves with these fake Christians. You can't give me one scripture, but you always talking against other people. You want to talk about the people coming across the border, but you act like you don't know in the Bible it says to welcome the alien. Help them. Until you can go in your Bible and really study Zeus, stop calling yourself a Christian.
Please don't.
I'm going to end it right there.
All righty then, ladies and gentlemen. Let's give the beautiful Takesha a round of applause. No lies detected. Yes. I mean, this is what we are doing, ladies and gentlemen. Seriously, thank you, Takesha. I really do appreciate it. Oh, my God. Oh, my goodness. All righty, then. We are moving it along. Put a 1 in the chat, please, if you're a Trump supporter real quickly. We might be able to squeeze you in just 1 quick second, all right? But you got to be able to come up here and clearly articulate your point, all right? This is serious business. We're down to the wire, all right? We got to go vote. Make sure you vote for Kamala Harris, please. All right, do the right thing in this country. Let me do the right thing, please, please. Carla, come on up, Carla. Come on up, Carla. I hope you're a Trump supporter. Come on up, Carla. We got some questions we would like to ask you. All right, if you don't mind. All right, it won't take long for us to do this, but you gotta make sure you're willing to be an honest broker of the truth. All right, that's what we're looking for. People who are honest brokers of the truth, who are who are supporting Donald Trump. Right? Put a one in the chat, please. All right, Clear Eyes, you did the right thing following Big Zeus. Thank you so much. Put a one in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you want to come up here and defend your daddy, your cult leader. All right, and he is your daddy. He is your cult leader, by the way. All right, because there's no other explanation to explain why you would support somebody that you know is a fascist. He's a fascist. That's what's out there now. And there's no way to answer it, right? Smokey, you can't come up either. It's so funny. It's so funny. I'm sending them guest requests and they just go, you know what? I don't want to come up here and talk to Big Zeus right now because I'm afraid to learn something. Gary, welcome to the show. Gary.
Okay. You there?
Yeah. Are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. I can hear you. Are you?
Yeah.
You can hear me?
Yes, I can.
It sounds like there's a delay. Why?
Yes, I can.
Oh, it sounds like there's a delay, Gary.
Not really. Hey, can you tell me her policies?
Gary, can you hear me?
Can you tell me her policies?
Jesus Christ.
Yes, I can hear you.
Gary, there's a delay, bro. I can't have a conversation when it sounds like you're on Pluto and I'm on Earth. And I don't want to do that. Put a one in the chat if you're not on MAGA Wi-Fi and you want to have a conversation with Big Zeus. Gary, to answer your question, go look at her policies on KamalaHarris.com. It's simple, Gary. Even a child could do it. Gary, please. One in the chat. One in the chat, please, if you are a Trump supporter. And we listen, we're down to the wire, ladies and gentlemen. It's Friday. Let's get this going. One more Trump supporter. All right. Hopefully you can redeem all the other previous guests. Please come on up here and defend your cult leader, your daddy. I thought you said you couldn't hear me. That tells you, Gary, I couldn't hear you because your connection was lagging. You got to get off the MAGA Wi-Fi. Uh-oh, I see somebody putting a one. Roland, come on up here, Roland. Come on up here, Roland. You put a one. You said Trump number one. What does that mean? Roland, someone said, wow, y'all are cold. These people in the comment section, these are some of the best people who come in and tune in. They don't play around with MAGA. I'm what they call a little more on the diplomatic side when it comes to talking to Trump supporters. But some of you out there in the comment section, Sion saying, come on up here. Come on up here. I sent you an invite. And it's not, and I send it, and then all of a sudden, I guess you're declining it. Okay, so guess what we're going to do? That's a Russian bot, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead and place that MAGA demon in a straight jacket. Trump rally, no Kamala. Oh, Roland. Trump rally, no Kamala Diddy rally. Roland, come on up here. Come on up here, Roland. Roland, I saw what you wrote. Come on up here, Roland. Otherwise, I'm going to tell my moderators to put you in a straitjacket. All right? Because I don't like it when Russian bots like you, this guy right here, Roland, right here, when they come into my live and they start spewing all that Russian misinformation and disinformation, put them in a straitjacket. Come on, Roland. Roland is scared. Yeah. All right, you just block them all. Yeah, put a one in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you want to defend your daddy. All right, yeah, Roland doesn't want to. Oh, wait a minute. She is done now after that town hall with Sean Patrick. Come on up here, Sean Patrick. Come on up here. That's a good one right there. Oh, Steven. Come on up here, Steven. Come on up here, Steve. All right. I guess what we've done today, ladies and gentlemen, is Sean.
What's up, Zeus?
Have we spoke before?
Yes, many times.
Oh, well,
remember, I'm your favorite Putin enthusiast.
No, I don't.
Okay.
I don't. Okay, well then I guess we know where you stand, Sean. There's no reason for us to carry on. I mean, we know you're a prime candidate for hell, right?
Prime candidate for who?
Hell.
I beg to differ, my friend.
You are.
You're the one supporting basically the Antichrist.
That right there is qualifications for dismissal. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and send this MAGA demon straight to the lake of fire. You want to meet the Antichrist? Well, there you go. I just wanted to get one more of those off. Well, it seems we've cleared the chat of all MAGA demons, ladies and gentlemen. It seems we've cleared it, and they are running scared, all right? So I guess my work here is done. Let's see. Let's go to the box real quickly. Bounce. Come on up, Bounce. You got something you would like to get off your chest this morning, all right?
Well, I just love the lady that came up and talked about children with disabilities, because my niece, when she was growing up, she had disabilities, and that she was referring to helped her to graduate, and she got extra time for her tests. She wasn't ridiculed.
Yeah.
And it protected her. And I just want to thank that lady so much for coming up.
Thank you, Renee. Yes.
And letting everybody know, because my niece is a productive young woman with 3 children.
Amen.
And they are biracial children. And so I have to protect all children. But what I want to say to that is, when you love your children, you love your children and you only want the best for them. And if he removes the education department, all children lose unless they come from wealthy families and they can put them in private school.
Amen.
And if you can't put your kids in private school, and he says, well, if you don't teach my way, then I'm pulling funding from that school, where does that make sense at? I'm just trying to understand the logic of why these people get up here and think Donald Trump is their Lord and Savior. Because, see, I only know of one person, and I ain't never met him. I just can feel him.
Yeah.
When I need things, or if I'm lost, I know there's something spiritual out there. I'm not saying I know who it is, but I know there's a higher power. And that higher power is not Donald J. Trump.
Amen.
It is not. And I, to this day, blame Mitch McConnell for all this mess, because he could have put an end to this if he would have gathered his party together and did the right thing.
That's right.
The right thing. He did not. He sat there and just, oh, well, he did do this and he did do this, but I'm not going to support his impeachment. And he did it twice.
Cajun girl, thank you.
But twice.
Yeah.
So because...
And he didn't want to impeach, he didn't want to convict him during the impeachments, right?
And he did not want to convict him.
Yeah.
That is correct. But you, Mitch McConnell, sat there and let that man talk about your wife like a dog, just like
this is what they do.
Cruz. He talked about his wife so bad, and Cruz is down on his knees 24/7, 365 days out the year, boot licking. And then you got this man, what is the man's name? I can't, Flynn. He gonna have Flynn back and running our military? Are you nuts? Flynn is Russia.
Yeah. Thank you, go.
Russia.
Tell him.
When you guys get up in this box talking about Trump gave me a check, oh, Trump did this for me, Trump did that, Trump didn't do nothing. Our President Obama said it correctly. Trump won off of his economy.
Amen.
He won off of his economy. So I'm going to enjoy the beautiful Miss Harris today.
That woman right there.
And Beyonce.
Amen.
And guess what?
What we gonna do?
We gonna win this, okay? That's what it's all about.
All
you
right.
worry about your children. You worry about your seniors. You worry about everybody that has a something that if they got pre-existing illnesses,
Yeah.
guess what?
What we
They
go?
are going to suffer under a Trump administration
That
unless
part.
they got money to pay for their pre-existing illness. They're not getting any help.
Amen.
So you're
Tell him
gonna
about.
watch your family members suffer.
Thank you.
Now I took my doggies to the groomers.
Okay.
Because they're going to vote with me.
Okay, I'm with it.
They're Democrats.
Long as it's legal, I'm with it. Let's do it.
I have service dogs.
Okay, I get it.
So
Let's
they
do
can
it.
go.
All right, that's all I want to make sure. As long as it's on the up and up, because you know how they're gonna try to do. They're gonna try to run away and say we got proof. All right, and you don't got any proof.
You ain't got no proof for that
Thank
one,
you.
sir.
Thank you.
You don't, because I got papers on my dogs.
Amen.
They wear jackets. They're working dogs.
Thank you. All right, Bounce will listen up. I appreciate you, all right?
And I love you very much, and thank you all for having me up.
You're
and
always...
America, vote down ballot. And if you're confused, go to votersregistration.org. I think that's what it's called. And it will tell you about the candidates in your area.
All right. Go vote. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's give the beautiful Bounce a round of applause. No lies detected. Looks like we've taken out the trash today, ladies and gentlemen. We have basically destroyed all of the MAGA demons in the live. You all deserve a wonderful round of applause. All right, but look at the time. W. Sue in the chat. All right, home of the brave. All right, no. Thank you. All right, now listen. I'm gonna give you one more chance. Put a one in the chat if you're a Trump supporter. It's Friday. I got a little extra time to do it. Other than that, we're gonna probably have to wrap things up. Put a one in the chat if you're a Trump supporter and you want to come up here real quickly and defend your daddy, Donald J. Trump, the fascist. I think we've learned something today, ladies and gentlemen. There's not one Trump supporter that is willing to come up here and say why they believe it's acceptable to put Donald Trump in the White House knowing he's a fascist. I haven't heard one yet. Let's see. Who do we have out there? All of them are locked up. We put them in straight jackets. Yeah, you do learn something every day with me. They got cooked, Ange. All right. I guess that means we will wrap things up. All right. It's around that time anyway. I want to give you all a round of applause, like I said, for tuning in to one of the most exciting, engaging, and entertaining shows on TikTok. All right, it really does mean a lot. Thank you to my subscribers, my panelists, my gifters, my moderators. All right, you've all done an outstanding job keeping this show exciting, educating, and entertaining. But I also want to give one last round of booze and shame. All right, Creative Inc. Thank you for the money gun, W Creative Inc. All right, I want to give my round of booze and shame to all the Zeus haters out there. They know exactly who they are. W Creative Inc. Seriously, they get on TikTok and promote misinformation and disinformation on behalf of Vladimir Putin and the Kremlin. They promote evil, misogyny, xenophobia, hatred, corruption, all kinds of criminality on behalf of their orange deranged cult leader. Trust me when I tell you this, folks. These people are the worst of the worst, and they are truly the scum of the earth. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give them our final round of booze and shame.
Silence, you MAGA demon.
Now, I see some people asking to play the song Frack, Frack, Frack. Do y'all want to hear that? I mean, do y'all really want to do that? Do y'all want to really do that today? Because that song... do not make... Okay, fine.
But we're going to end that, and we will frack, 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 and drill, baby, drill. You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter, drill, baby, drill, we're going to frack, frack, drill, was a black frack, frack. There's a baby, there's a lots of big energy.
See what y'all did?
You know she's going to bang, you know she's going to bang, kitty, right? Up her there, she...
Let's go!
Drill, baby, drill, we're gonna frack, frack, frack. Drill, baby, drill, like it's Hannibal Lecter. Tell, baby, drill, we're gonna asylums, you know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Okay, they say, why would he mention Hannibal Lecter? We're going to lower your taxes. Deep insane asylums.
Let's go.
You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal. Drill, 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 baby, drill, gonna frack, frack, frack. Drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter. Drill, baby, drill, we go, lower your taxes. Deep insane asylum.
Woo! Y'all are out of this world. Y'all are out of this world. Why do y'all like that song so much? Seriously, come on. Y'all know that song is too much. That song is too much, all right?
Up her there she was against, backing against all the stuff, and then all the stuff, and then all the stuff, and then all of a sudden about a year to half ago, when she was getting killed in the past, she said, I like frightening very much. Look, they always go back to what they want.
Let's go!
She can't help it.
She's a radical.
Left long, she can't help it. But we're gonna end that, and we will fight. And drill, baby, drill. We're gonna drill, baby, drill. We're gonna be drilling so deep.
We're gonna be drilling so deep.
These guys, we're gonna drill. We're gonna take out so much money. We're gonna pay down our debt. We're gonna lower your taxes. Deep insane asylums. You know they go crazy when I say the late great Hannibals. Drill, baby, drill. We're gonna frack, frack, frack. Drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter. Time, tell, baby, drill. We're gonna drill, baby, drill. We're gonna drill like it's Hannibal Lecter. Woo! We're gonna drill, baby, drill. We're gonna drill like it's Hannibal Lecter. Time,
you know this makes sense when you think about it, right?
Insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal Lecter. Okay, they say, why would he mention Hannibal Lecter? We're gonna lower your taxes.
Lower those taxes.
Deep insane asylums.
Deep.
You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal. Drill, 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 baby, drill. We're gonna frack, frack, frack. Drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter. Woo! Drill, we're gonna lower your taxes. Deep insane asylums. You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal.
Hey!
Drill, drill, baby, drill. We're gonna be drilling. Drill, we're gonna play down like drill.
Y'all wanna drill like Hannibal Lecter?
Drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter time. Never lower your taxes. Deep insane asylums.
Oh my God.
You know, they go crazy when I say the late, great Hannibal. Drill, baby, drill. We're gonna drill, baby, drill. We're gonna drill like it's Hannibal Lecter time. Drill, baby, drill like it's Hannibal Lecter time. Drill, baby, drill.
Let's go, let's drill together. Put two hands on it and start.
Drill like it's Hannibal Lecter. We won Texas by 7.
Hey!
Get out and vote. Do those, North Carolina.
Hey!
Insane asylums.
All right. We got to get out of here, ladies and gentlemen. Seriously, don't make me do that. We're out of here. Take care. Have a great rest of your weekend. Woo! We're out of here. Have a great rest of your morning. Thank you, everyone. Seriously. Thank you, Angel. Y'all have a great weekend. Sue, thank you. You've been so kind. I appreciate it. Seriously. Good show. Yeah, you all make it a great show. Trump won't be winning at all. Tinkerbell. Let's go. Shout out to Beyonce. She's going to be tearing it up today. Thank you, Sue. We made it to 300,000 likes. Wow, Twisted Chick. Good show. Love you too, my brother. Alter Ego, thank you for sending out those subscriptions. All right, Sue. I really do love you. Thank you, Sue. You all, seriously, you're very, very, so kind to me. But you know what? We gotta help get Kamala elected, all right? So if you're undecided, thank you, Sneaky Fingers. We've been doing this for a while, right, Sneaky Fingers? Lexi, have a great weekend. Are you going live? Who's going live next? Ange, you're going live? Let's go, let's go. You know what we do? Are you considering getting on Saturday? I haven't decided. You know, weekends are usually pretty busy for Big Zeus. I might though. I don't know. And the B. Kobe, you're right. Kamala and the B. We burned it down today. Did we? We burned it down today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. St. Louis, Dan, thank you.
She made 26 different things that were lies. She lied, but that's okay because a lot of people lie. They'll do anything to get elected. But
all right, I'm out of here. All right, y'all have a great rest of your morning.